Whoop whoop. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. I late Poppy. Wasn't that late. It was like a second, because I always get a little, I'm like, do I have to go to the washer? Do I have to go? Do I have to wash my face? I don't know what it is. I'm like, my face, the cream, did I do everything? I check the bathroom. I go over the list. Even right now, I realize I forgot the hand cream. And listen, the last thing you want, of course I got it on me. The last thing you want is to have these gray looking hands. This is what black people have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. You got these gray looking hands out of nowhere, right? They don't match your face properly, right? I don't want anybody talking about that. So I got to get it ready. I'm sorry, I have a wife. She's taught me about hands and face. What can I do? I take what I learn, guys. Anyways, let's jump right into it. We have a whole bunch that we're going to be covering. Candace went nuts. She go nuts. Like battle bun activated. That's what it was. Ben Shapiro caught strays. Blake caught strays. Megyn Kelly caught some. And then did you guys see what happened afterwards? That's what we're going to be talking about a little bit, because apparently there's a video dropping. I don't know what this video is going to be of, but Candace had time. I mean, let's just jump right in. So we're going to talk about what happened after the show, for those of you that didn't actually catch it. Because if you don't have X, like how are you going to catch it, right? And then after that, after we talk about all of that, we're going to jump over to a little more of Tucker and his situation. And what people are saying, this is really the issue with Officer Tatum. Officer Tatum chimes in a little bit. And can I tell you about this, Tucker Carlson? I think it is so stupid. How can y'all how are y'all still talking about these files? I saw a video of him saying that. I called him a professional R word. And then we're going to talk about Joe Kent. Apparently, there's been some developments with him. He can no longer support what the admin is doing, and he's taken a big step. And then there's a kid who says he's the son of a billionaire. I don't know. I've seen some people that I think are really like hardcore good sources. They're posting this kid. So I'm going to take a look into it. But he's talking about Erica, basically. He has some information about Erica, some way, somehow. But let's get into what's most important first, okay? This person here, Nerdy Nori, I like that name. I didn't even see that was your name. Said she was about to do Bible study, asked YouTube to play Christian music, and then the song with me and Fleet, Boach Ballin, featuring Mikey McCoy with the heavenly hips. That's what came up. Absolutely wild. She even shows it right here, listed right under Christian music. I mean, wow, just incredible. I can't believe that. That is wild. Good for you, YouTube. Thank you so much. It was the first thing that popped up. That's crazy. All right, cool. 2026, didn't have it on the bingo card, having a Christian song, okay, where I am featured in the video. I did not have that on the bingo card whatsoever. Let's talk a little bit about what was going on, because I notice now that I'm like, there's things I even have to keep my phone active, because there's things going on X as I'm going live. Oh yeah, this is who took over Mega. Let's check that. Let's make sure I have that ready to show you guys. You know, they say Mega's dead, but it just seems like it's lame. It's getting a little lame is all. But there's a bunch of things that are going on X as I'm going live, as Candace is going live. I was a part of it yesterday. You know, I had this expression the whole time Candace was going live. I was just like this the whole time. And who made this? Nicole Desiree? Dat Real Beauty? Well, Dat Real Beauty, did you give me a bun? Did you give me a battle bun? Is that what this is in the video? Because that doesn't look like the regular pom-pom that would go on a hat. That doesn't look like the regular thing. That looks like hair. Did you give me a battle bun? I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I mean, thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate that. I've wanted one for a very long time. As you guys know, incapable of growing a battle bun. But I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. I need a hat. I need a hat that has a battle bun. That's what I need. I need a hat that has a battle bun. Candace said the battle bun merch is coming, which is amazing. I can't wait for that. People are like, "Oh, she should send you some." Yeah, she should. She should, but I'm going to buy some anyway. I don't care. I want it ASAP. I want it the second it comes out. I'm going to be the first one to have it. That's what I want. Oh, man. But that was my expression the whole time. And, somebody put this picture on this. How funny is this? This person right here is one of the number one. Like, there's like a little troop of them. And, they don't compare to like Ian and me and Baron and Billy and Brandy. They don't compare to all of us. It's like the Teen Titans versus the Justice League. That's what it's like. It's just there's no comparison. But they have their little troop of Candace haters, and she saw this. How funny is this? She goes, "What in the bot network is going on?" And the reason she said that is because there are people, this person says, it is going to be a battle bun day? Then someone else says, who else is hopping in for a low bun today? Right away, this person sees this and they're like, this has to be bot activity. Because they don't know. You don't know what you don't know. What can I say? You're not in on the joke. You're not in on the joke, I didn't even want to tell her. Everybody else started telling her in the comments. But it's so funny that they think it's bots. That was hilarious when I saw that. They just think that we're just making it up. They just think that the whole bun thing is just like some weird jargon that AI is coming up with, Oh, it's so amazing. So amazing. I was so happy to see that. I was like, oh, they don't get it. Good. You don't get it. Good for you. You don't watch the show. You got to watch the show. The last thing I want is those haters to figure out that she mentioned me on the show. I don't want to. I don't want. I repost their stuff from time to time. I try to stay away from those people. Not interested in whatever weird DOD program they got going on where they go after people. Not interested. Didn't even catch this. Somebody had to put me onto this. This person, it's so funny that they have no sense of humor. They don't know what's going on the show because they don't watch it. So this lady's like, you guys, Candace made Ben Shapiro smaller in the thumbnail for her new episode. She's so deceptive and petty. Real pic on top. It's like, yeah, nerd. We get it. She's like, actually, Ben Shapiro is not that small. If you can see on the thumbnail here, she made sure to make Ben smaller than her. So he's sitting at a nice 5'5", a nice 5'3", Which in honesty, that's like giving a lot of credit. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, that amount of Photoshop. You put an extra 2 feet on the guy, right? You make the guy an extra 2 feet tall, and she's the one who's deceptive? I don't know. It's really, really hard to tell in this situation. I know Charlie's the right height, but I don't know about this Ben Shapiro one. This is crazy, Fine for Candace to be this much shorter than Charlie. But for Ben to be that much shorter is crazy. He's like a whole head and a neck shorter than Charlie. Isn't that nuts? A whole head and neck? That's nuts. See, that's why he grew the eyebrows. I'm telling you, that's what I think. I don't think it's Photoshop or anything. I think he grew the eyebrows for that purpose specifically. Because if he can get them tall enough, some people do the whole like ankle, the whole calf surgery where they lengthen their legs or whatever. Ben's like, I'm not doing all that. costs too much money. He doesn't want to spend that money. He just grows the eyebrows. You know, if you got them, grow them. You know, that's his motto. Anyway, somebody else actually jumped in. They're like, which picture is real? I used the picture with tall Ben. I love how him being short is tall Ben. And I asked Google for the origin picture. Google shows me the mini Ben. Oh, man, nothing better than that. Google showing this as the original picture. I mean, just magnificent. I mean, that's why I don't leave this platform. Google does good things, guys. I mean, come on. You know, you got to give it up. You got to give the respect when respect is due. Google is handling business. Thank you very much, Google. We all appreciate that. But, you know, that's Ben Shapiro. Friend of the show, by the way. If you don't know, Ben Shapiro, friend of the show. He enjoys the program. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. He does enjoy the program. So, you know, I'm not saying this. Oh, yeah, I got to put Lionel in. I'm going to play Lionel, too. I forgot. We're going to play a little bit of a Lionel clip as well, because he's actually talking about Ben Shapiro in a more professional way, because it's Lionel, you know. He's a more professional person. Where should we put Lionel here? We'll put Lionel over here. Actually, let's put Lionel after Candace, you know? Show Lionel some love, right? Let's put him in the mix with the Candace stuff. That's where we'll put Lionel. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, there he is. We're going to play some Lionel stuff soon. Look. Without even the audio. He looks like he's scolding somebody. And he kind of is, but we'll get into it. Anyway, let's move on here. So Ben Shapiro is small. Maybe he's mini small. Maybe he's tall small. Small nonetheless. It's A-okay by me. Now, did you guys see what happened? I'm gonna do that first before the recap. I mean, what happened with this lady is nuts. I mean, all she said was correct, which is why I had to dismiss my case against your friend Candace. I couldn't prove malice, right? And Candace just went off. I showed you guys the whole exchange. Candace was like, no, Kimberly, you were crying, blah, blah, blah. You're lying about what happened in the case, you know, because you're lying, you know, that's going to, you know, bring up, she's pissed. She's basically pissed. She's like, I have this video in my possession. Have a blessed day. I mean, just went to sleep, woke up, hair just pulled back, you know, all day. So if you don't know, the beef between them, Kimberly, I don't know, Kelsick. I assume it's Kelsick. Kimberly Kelsick, it runs deep. They had a whole lawsuit. She sued Candace. Candace won $115,000, which is why every time I see her post anything, I just write $115,000. And that was after Kimberly tried to sue for defamation. Now, this runs even deeper, as we learned. I covered this a long time ago, where the DOJ kind of activated against Candace while this whole case was going on. This is where they were talking about Kimberly and how what Kimberly is going through because of Candace needs to be dealt with. Allegedly, the text messages were sent by Bill Barr's daughter. That was the alleged, have you been working on the Candace issue? We need to blackmail her fast. Kimberly has been very effective. Tell Armstrong to send the photographer to follow her and also follow her husband, AW, which is, why can't I think of that name? I covered this before. Armstrong. Yeah, sorry. His name's Armstrong Williams. AW want to know if they need to focus on Candace or Candace first. I'm so angry at her. I can't stop thinking. If the things she says about Kasich are taken seriously, they will investigate the use of the money in the election campaign. We have to bring out the material to destroy her reputation before she gets to us. So this runs deep. This whole beef that they have runs deep, which is why Candace is going off the way she's going off. And which is why Kimberly pretty much hates Candace, always has, just in case you're wondering where the beef stems from. Now, after the show, Candace goes, you know what? Somebody comes up to Candace for sure. She's sitting at that chair, and they're like, hey, Candace, let's just get this battle bun out. Let's just put your hair down for a while so you can just relax. You know, it's going to be dinner time soon. You should probably just relax, unwind a little bit. And she goes, no, 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 no. Don't touch my hair. Don't touch my hair. I have things to do. And she goes on to just release this whole statement. This is geared towards Kimberly. She made sure to tag Kimberly. Now, this is the last thing you want to see if you're dealing with Candace, is that she releases something this long. Okay, you see how long it is. Okay, and then you go down to the bottom, and it says part 1. It says part 1 after all of that, and there's legal documents that she attached to this whole thing. Just in case you guys missed this, this is heating up quite a bit out of nowhere. Candace is just doing a side quest. She's like, yep, friend was murdered, gonna figure that out. His wife is very sketchy, gonna figure all that out. But just really quick, I'm just gonna deal with this lady, release a video of her and her lawyer and all this stuff. So she says, I realize people are not taking me serious enough. Candace, I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I think people are taking you very serious. I mean, there's a whole coordinated effort to go after you. I think they are. I don't think people are taking me serious enough when I say that I'm not the same person after Charlie's death. I will not suffer fools. I will not suffer liars. I will not suffer dishonorable strippers. I mean, just didn't have to say. First off, I will not suffer, and strippers never been used in the same set. That sentence structure, that's the first time it's ever happened. That's never happened before in the time of sentences. Okay, she's breaking new ground here. Dishonorable strippers, because we all know most of them are quite honorable. You know, so mad. Just so mad. I will not suffer fools. Attached, please find the once confidential agreement between me and Kim before she violated that agreement by lying about her court case or our court case. I would like to draw attention specifically, I mean, just in lawyer mode, right? I would like to draw attention specifically to contract term 3 clause, which prevented me from ordering a transcript of the deposition, which was interrupted when Kim began hysterically crying and folded. The subsequent exhibits will demonstrate why. We were in contact with fellow strippers. We were in contact with fellow strippers, as well as conversations with drug dealers discussing Kim's alleged usage. I mean, let me just go up. You guys have to see it. You know what I mean? Seeing is believing with this whole thing. This is wild. Kim's stage name was September. Oh, that's a nice stage name. Hey, that's nice. In the coming days, her colleagues, who indefinitely were honest, so were infinitely more honest than her, will be speaking out. Oh my gosh. In the coming days? Wow. She's just doing like a whole, wow. She's doing a whole series on this lady, Kimberly. In the coming days, with more undeniable information about Kim, about who Kim actually is, you will note that Kim was allegedly ordering a pick-me-up during that time that she was campaigning to clean up the streets of Baltimore. You know what? Honestly, I'd expect, a pick-me-up, quote unquote, is a little bit of that usage, a little bit of that stuff, Honestly, I wouldn't expect anything less from somebody running in Baltimore. You know what I mean? We've seen politicians do all sorts of things, right? There's they've been caught doing a lot of different things. So kind of makes sense. She's trying to be a man of the people or a lady of the people, right? Not that everybody does that there, but it's like you're a politician. They're some of the most corrupt people in existence. It's like, okay, yeah, they're doing a little pick. I believe you me. She's probably not the only politician doing pick-me-ups. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Kim folded in her deposition because we asked her about her dealer. This is exactly what happened. I do not lie because I do not need to lie. Enjoy your evening reading. This was yesterday at 10 o'clock. It was literally nighttime. It's fine though. It's fine though. So she said to bring our attention to clause 3 here. So let's bring our attention to it. Can I even read this? Plaintiff's deposition transcript and non-party declaration. Defendant agrees that she shall not order the transcript, and Candace is the defendant here. She will not order the transcript of the plaintiff's deposition taken on September 30th, 2022, defendant further agrees that she shall not publicize nor make any commentary regarding the declarations attached to this agreement as Exhibit B. In the event that the plaintiff disparages the defendant, this provision shall be deemed void, and the defendant shall have the right to publicize the declaration. Wow. You know Candace handled that. Candace told the lawyer specifically, like, I don't know what you have to say in legal jargon, but just put in there that if she talks any ish about me, I'm allowed to use everything we have. And the lawyer was like, why do you want to do that? You're probably never going to talk to this lady again. And she was like, just do what I'm saying. Just do what I'm saying, please and thank you. I will not suffer fools, you know? So that's just part one, right? The whole thing, there's a whole bunch of stuff to this whole thing. I'm not going to read all of the legal jargon, but I am going to go to the things that are this is Exhibit A. Wow, only Candace, right? So there's a whole thing here. I want to jump over to here. Was it here? Oh, this is where it gets really interesting. Okay, so that's over with. Now we have Exhibit B. Now we're in Exhibit B, okay? This lady here, that's her. That's Kimberly. That's September. She's in September mode right here. Okay. Kinda looks the part, you know? Don't want to down talk anybody. Kind of looks the part with what I'm seeing right here. I got to get close. Am I at reading glasses age, man? It says, 1, my name is blank. I'm an adult over 18. I have personal knowledge of the facts asserted in the declaration, and I am competent to testify regarding them. 2, I previously worked at the Gentleman's Gold Club. Let me look that place up. Hold on a second. My search history is getting muddy right now. The Gentleman's Gold Club, Baltimore. Let me see what this place looks like. Oh, goodness. Oh, my. Oh, now I got to pull it up for you guys. What can I do? I have to now. Oh, gosh. And hold on. I'll pull it up in a second. Let's just read this. It's a place. It's definitely a place. When I worked at the Gentleman's Club, it was managed by Jeff Kelsick, who is Kelsick's, Kim's ex-husband. 4, Kim previously worked as a stripper at the Gentleman's Club, Gentleman's Gold Club. I mean, what a name for a place, you know? Like it's some prestigious place, you know, like it's Mar-a-Lago. They're talking like it's it's Baltimore's Mar-a-Lago. I mean, just walk into the Gentleman's Gold Club. Are you a gold member? I am. And I've come with a plastic sheet on my lap for all the fun times. Can I order chicken wings? Like what? Anyway, the following photograph of Kim at the Gentleman's Club is authentic, and that's the picture. It goes deeper yet. Check this out now. Let's go here. It says 6, I have personal knowledge. This is getting crazy. So this is another dancer who has decided to testify, I guess, for Candace against Kim. 6, I have personal knowledge that Kim used that stuff right there and Adderall. 7, I have personally done I've personally done that stuff with Kim in the bathroom stall at the Gentleman's Gold Club. Well, as you do, right? You know, expect nothing less. 8, I do not have personal knowledge that Kim used any other drug. 9, the text messages attached to the declaration as Exhibit 1 are authentic. They reflect conversations between myself and Kim's dealer during Kim's congressional campaign. So I'll show you those text messages in a second. I told you this went deep. There's a whole after show. She's doing a night shift episode. You guys know I used to do the night shift episodes. Candace is doing night shift episodes on X. I mean, this is crazy. She should just make another show and just do it. Like, just, you know, real impromptu kind of stuff. 10, Kim used campaign money to fund her personal lifestyle. Okay, you guys can't even see that. I'll make sure you guys can see it. And then 11, I personally wanted to remain anonymous because I was concerned about Jack firing me. Now that I no longer work at the Gentleman's Club, I am no longer concerned about retaliation. And then we go here. It goes down a little further in the saith ought. Excuse me? Further declarant saith ought. They still use that language? That's so weird. Okay, and then that's a bunch of legal jargon here. And then we get into Exhibit 1. This is crazy. This is so crazy. I mean, she said one sentence about Candace. Okay? I've been reading for how long? She said one sentence about Candace. That's it. She said one sentence. Candace isn't playing around anymore. You thought it hit the nth degree. She's talking about Israel, this, that. You're like, it can't get any higher. And she's like, oh, yeah, it can't. Yeah, it can't. I don't even need to do it on my show. This is crazy. Guess who hit me up? So this is between the lady dancer and this guy, her dealer, apparently. Guess who hit me up? Kim, right? She's just using the last name. Ha ha ha. How you know? I hate you because I know. Ha ha ha. Win with tuition. Which tuition? Yeah, I like that little play on words there. Ha ha ha. I was like, who else could it be? She's probably tired. Needs a pick-me-up. I bet she does. Wow. I used to be around people that talk like this all the time. Needs a pick-me-up. I bet she does. Campaigning everywhere but Baltimore. Be more is Baltimore, if you don't know. Right. Lace that stuff. Whoa. Hold on. Whoa, I just lost it here. Let me go back here. This is crazy. Where were we? Lace that stuff. That's a crazy thing to say. Wow. Oh my God. Witch. I'm screaming. I mean, who is this dealer? This dealer's talking like a lady. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Witch. I'm screaming. What dispensary close around you? Let me check. I can take you after I meet Kim. Okay. Well, that seems like he's going to give her stuff. Or she. I don't know. I can't tell. Or it's like a gay dude or something. I have no idea. Very odd stuff. Candace is releasing all of this. She even goes as far to say, documents, this is final. And then, of course, more happens in the comments. I mean, Candace is getting down. Candace, you really got to give it up to Candace. She can take a call from Prez Orange, the current president. And the current president is like, please stop telling people this person has a penis. And she's like, okay, I guess so. And then months later, she'll be like, you know what? I'm dealing with a stripper now. I got to make sure that this lady knows her place. I mean, it's just wild. So we go down here. Kim actually has something to say. Let me tell you something. How much I love this drama. How much I love it. I mean, thank you so much, Candace. Thank you for acknowledging the battle bun. And thank you for just doing battle bun things. Forget about doing hood rat things. She's doing battle bun things in the comments. It's crazy. This is not a video of my lawyer. I didn't violate anything, but you just did. I think she really didn't read anything. I think she's unaware that she violated it. With that one sentence that she said, she violated that third clause there. Number 3, actually, we should ask Barron about this. I should take all Barron's expertise and call him right now and be like, excuse me, sir, did this stripper violate anything when she said this? Allow me to read the clause to you. I'd like to direct your attention to clause number 3. Barron's going to be like, I have 8 kids and I'm preparing for a show. What are you doing right now? What are you doing? Shout out to Barron. Says he watches the show in the morning. Hope you're enjoying, sir. 3, this doesn't verify any of the BS. Like I said, the case was dismissed. Number 4, I can pronounce the word. And let me tell you something. Is that antidote? Antidote? I don't even know what word it is. Antidote? I don't know. I don't really care. And Candace doesn't care either, believe me. Number 5, if what you claimed was true, I would be in federal prison. 6, I will forward this post to my lawyer. 7, I feel bad for your 4 kids raised by nannies. I mean, they get real vile with each other. Like, there's some real hatred here. Candace jumps in. She says, video of your lawyer in the sidebar is dropping tomorrow. Had an appointment this morning that threw my day off. You can save this tweet. You violated confidentiality by telling filthy lies. She didn't even have to say filthy. She didn't have to do that, but she's pissed. Filthy lies about how this case ended. How the case ended. Thank you, September. Oh, gosh. Oh, she didn't have to call her September. Let me tell you something. It's way easier to write Kim. It's way easier than to put the capital on September and write out the whole word. It's way easier to say Kim. That's Candace, man. I always prefer transparency with the public. I forgot to like this. I mean, I gotta like this. This is nuts what's happening. I can't even find the post. And then it's so funny when people run to Grok. It's like you both have lawyers. Forget about Grok. That part's over with. You know what I mean? This is not Reddit where you're just like, oh, let me just forget about that. I also did a Google search. A Google search would have told you that I didn't violate anything, any part of our agreement. However, you did. Also, just received a call that the video you were threatening to drop, which is not of me, but supposedly my lawyer, would be even illegal for you to have in your possession. I don't think so by what we just read. Candace how is Candace not a lawyer? That's so weird. Like Mark Levin was a lawyer and he just sucks. Like whenever he's arguing with people, he's just like Nazi and that's it. He runs off. How is Candace not a lawyer? This is crazy. She could be like the top lawyer. No bar exam. Just as she is right now. Just throw her in any case. She'd be able to handle it. How is Tyler Robinson's defense team not reached out to Candace and said, can you help us with this defense? I mean, just so crazy. So I can't find the exact tweet, but there is a point where Kim calls Candace a filthy bee, or no, a yeast-infected bee. Yeah, it gets real vile. Like at one point, they get real vile with each other. Like they're not playing around. It's really interesting to see. Oh, is that it? Yep, that is it. I'm sure my lawyers would love for you to do that. Thank you, you yeast-infected gutter bee. I guess since your attack on Erica flopped, you have others to fight. Also, don't forget to drop info on your charges. You keep forgetting to tell people you have an arrest record. And then it's like some arrest record of like harassment and threatening or something like that. So, I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect? You know, the lady has listen, I know all about, she's half Bayesian, which is from Barbados. And let me tell you something. The women in Barbados are loud. Like my mom's from Barbados. They're very loud and they're very opinionated and they will get in your face. And if push comes to shove, they will threaten you. So I'm not surprised at all. It doesn't even take me back whatsoever. I'm not shocked, not even a little bit. Then on top of that, you're in New York running around. Of course, this is the type of, of course she has that right. Of course she does. Who cares? No one cares. We're all just waiting for this video to drop. I mean, that's what's happening today, guys. I don't know what the episode's going to have. You know, we were thinking Erica, maybe she'll just drop it on Instagram. I should be checking. Oh, I got to pull up that strip club for you guys. Never thought I'd say that on this podcast. And listen, any people who are, I'm not pulling up. It's just the image. Okay. Gentlemen's, you're not going to see anything. Gold Club, Baltimore. I mean, Baltimore is one of those places, man. Just one of those places. You're gonna show me a little something. Show me a little something here. A golf course pops up. Oh, I put golf and not gold. One letter makes all the difference. Isn't that crazy? I'm not going to show you guys the inside of it because that would just be wild. But it's this place. Look at this. Whoa. That's where she was at? Limousine. Oh, God. Filthy person in that limousine, you know? You know? Just running for office. Some kind of office for sure. I mean, that's the place. Apparently, that's where she worked. Crazy. Pretty crazy. Shocking a little bit, but whatever, you know. Listen, people listen to Cardi B, and Cardi B's done way worse. So have fun, Kim. September, whichever you'd like to go by. So that is the drop that's happened. But please, if you're on X, let me know on X if anything pops up. We will be on it right away. I will interrupt whatever I'm doing. If this video drops out of nowhere, please let me know. I'm just checking Candace's. She hasn't said anything yet. Just talked about Joe Kent. That was the last thing she talked about. But let me know, guys, because I don't know if it's going to be on the episode, if it's going to be on Instagram, where it's going to be. And that's why Candace keeps it so fun, you know? We as creators, Baron, if you're watching, we have to learn how to make it this entertaining. I have no run-ins with people like this, so I'll never be able to do something like this that Candace has done here. But how do you keep it engaging? This is incredible. Anyways, I put it right alongside what Candace was talking about recently. No, someone said my wife's going to see the search history. No. She should be here. She should see. It's just, honey, it was just an episode. I should, let me get this out of here. Let me delete this really quick. You're right. I got to get it out of here, you know? Just a respect level. You got to have a respect level for your lady. You can't just have things like that pulled up in your search history sitting there. You can't have that. You're right. I don't want to start a fight. Anyway, it was for research, honey. No, you don't understand. No, this crazy thing happened with Candace. No, it was Candace. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy. No, Candace was the one. No, it wasn't me. Because her hair was pulled. You understand? Her hair was pulled back. Anything could happen. No, I didn't do it. Yes, I know she talks about politics all the time. I know she's in the Charlie Kirk thing. But it took like a side quest, and there was like this strip club. It's a gentleman's club. It's the Gold Club, honey. It's Baltimore's Mar-a-Lago, honey. Honey, where are you going? Come on. Oh man, anytime. Anyway. Let's move on here. I mean, that episode was wild. That was an episode in and of itself. She could have just done a little episode. Just a real quick 30-minute episode. That would have got 3 million views overnight. I mean, anyway, man, let's get into the episode. You guys know that the episode was absolutely crazy. Everybody saw what was going on. I mean, within the first 5 minutes of the episode, I mean, we get the Storage Wars picture. I mean, the new face of Mega, you know? Just the new face of Mega. That's it. It used to be like black. It used to be like the Hodge twins and like black rappers, right? At election time, because that's what they needed. You know what I mean? And now that they don't need that anymore, this is just the face of it now. Isn't that interesting? The mask fell. So that is, we got the Storage War pictures. We got Ben Shapiro getting called out right away.
And that's saying a lot. Like, I know that he's a maggot. I know that he just has to do maggot things. He saw Charlie's corpse.
I mean, just the episode's barely started, right? And then all of a sudden we get he's a different species, which, I mean, she's right, but wow.
It's just stunning, right? The persistence of it is stunning. Like, to know Ben Shapiro is to eventually come to a point where you simply are forced to acknowledge the fact that he's just a different species. He's just different. We can't understand him because it's a different species. A lot.
I mean, just pissed, you know? And then we have the last thing where she talks about toilets.
I do not care what any person says, okay? That little man belongs in a locker. That's where he belongs. Ben should be given a swirly every single day of his life. Ben Shapiro's head belongs in a toilet permanently. That is a scientific fact, and I will not let anybody dispute it. That's just the nature of what he is. Anyway, so he decides to pick this fight.
Anyway, she says all that. She's like, so anyway, how did I never think of that? How did I never think of swirlies? I'm calling myself a nerd. Actually, I never thought of swirlies and lockers. How did we never think of that, guys? Man, it was so close. We had Dr. Phil E. Delphia, right? He's like, actually, how did we never go to lockers and toilets? How did we not I've never had that done to me. I've never done that to anybody. So I don't think of swirlies. I don't think of that stuff. But Candace took it there, you know? And she's not wrong. She's not wrong. One swirly would have straightened him up, you know? That's what has to happen. When guys are young, there has to be some rough housing, right? It straightens you up. It straightens you up a little bit. It makes you realize, okay, I can't just talk wild to anybody because somebody might pick me up by my ankles and dip me inside a toilet. You know? That's a good thing to know. You humble yourself. You get put inside a locker, you're humbled because you have to ask a random person for help. That is a good thing for a man to, that's humility. You say, excuse me, I'm in the locker. Yes, right in front of you. Can you please help me out of this locker? I got put in here by a person and I need help out. It's a really good thing to have happen. It helps. It helps. That would have straightened Ben out. If that had happened to Ben, we might be looking at a much calmer, much nicer 6'1" Ben. I'm just saying. When you have all that anger and stuff, stunts your growth. Everybody knows that. That's science. That's not me. That's science. Everybody knows that. Okay? You can dispute that? Come with the figures. Come with the numbers. I'm just saying science. Okay? Dispute the science if you want. Don't fight against me. Fight against science. He'd be 6'1" right now if he just got put in the toilet just once. Everybody knows that. Instead of being like, what needs to happen right now? And I don't like what's going on. Time after time, I've always told Candace that I really don't like the way she's going. And she's a disgrace. Instead of that, he would have been like, what's going on, y'all? It's Ben Shapiro. How's everybody doing? Yeah, what's going on, guys? Yeah, what Trump is doing right now, man, with Iran. Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes, man. We'll have to see how that goes. That's how he would talk. One swirly. It changes a man. It changes the course of a man's life. Everybody knows that. There's 6,000 people in the chat. Allow me to interrupt. I know Black Poppy. Nunca, 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 nunca. Hi. Anyway. Keep on going with this Candace episode. Then she got into the text messages. And there were some text messages that I did not see. I didn't know that this text message came out via Milo. She talked about it a little bit, but she also commented on it via X, where she said, everyone knew Charlie at all. Anyone who knew Charlie at all knows a story about Ben, how Ben operated behind the scenes to corrupt Charlie's rise. Up until the end, he put pressure on Turning Point via donors. Then Charlie passes and the imp shows up like an episode of Storage Wars. Nope. I did not know that this took place. I didn't know Candace said this. I didn't see these text messages. Text messages are crazy, right? Let's just go through them really quick. This is Ben. His fingerprints are all over it. This is Milo talking. Can I post this? Yes, but I want to allow this to play out before I say something. But go ahead. Could use your advice, honestly. I mean, shocking to me. I mean, Milo and Charlie, that's the... What? I don't know. That blows my mind. Haven't seen this posted anywhere, but I'll post it on IG and Facebook. He goes, it's so effing bad. It's unreal. Ben is dedicated to your annihilation. The sooner you realize that, the better. You need to fight him, yaft, etc. as strongly as you do the left. You and I need to meet. This is why I fell out. This is why he and I fell out. I mean, this is really wild. Because again, I talked about this. I talked about how Charlie had way more power than it seemed, and there's so many things he was doing in the background, right? So many different things. You have to remember also, I'll read this and then I'll talk about it. Wanted Candace's number. Husband's obsessed. She's simply the best. Protective of her number. I'll see if she wants to give it to you. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I mean, you have to remember with all these messages that you see going out, right? You'd be crazy to think that this guy's phone wasn't tapped. You'd be crazy to think that his communications weren't being listened to. I mean, like Tucker's like, agencies listening to me. He had actual proof and an admission that the NSA was reading his text messages. Do you think they wouldn't be doing that with Charlie? Charlie knows the president now, his sons, his family. He knows multiple people in the Senate. He knows multiple governors, right? He's at the time he's on the board, that same position that Erica took, the USAAF, or sorry, FA, USAAF. He's on the board of that, right? Board of Visitors. There's no way his communications weren't being looked at. There's just no way. So the whole time he is doing things like this, and I'll show you something from Brett Weinstein as well. The whole time he's doing this stuff and saying this stuff, the administration knows. The administration knows how he really feels, and they know that he is trying to communicate and coordinate with people in the background to get how he and millions of Americans actually feel done. He's trying to get this stuff done, right? He's pushing against BB. He's pushing against everything that's going on right now. It just makes you think a little bit. The timeline seems to look a little different. And of course, I'm sure you guys already heard this. Right with you, Charlie. We have to shut these maniacs down. Not only is the Republic depending on it, but the citizens of that place, whatever, Israel, are too. Thank you. I totally agree. And by the way, I think the president needs us to keep the pressure on. The neocons are very vocal and admittedly powerful, but the public does not want war, especially not want to be dragged into one by a belligerent Israel regime. And then he says, I know we need to be better. I have a theory on this, which is the power of descendant media is very good retroactively at uncovering injustice, scandal, etc. But we are not good. We are not good are driving real time mass public opinion. Yet this guy writes like me. Yet the neocons are. All punctuations all wild and everything. This is exactly how I write. Maybe it's voice to text. My voice to text is crazy. I'm doing all I can. Truly, I was at the White House all day fighting for America. Same tomorrow. You have to remember, the people at the White House saw this. The president, if they felt he needed to be alerted, he saw this, right? It just makes you think a little bit. Shout out to the person who reposted my video. Who is that? VTV. Thank you so much for reposting. Really appreciate that. And then I'll repost it as well. Boom. But you have to remember that he was seen by the admin, by people in the background. The people who were tapping things are obviously intel. They knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to do it covertly. He was trying to do it in the background. He's trying to communicate with these allies that people wouldn't think are his allies. But the whole time, they had to have known he was doing this. And it makes you wonder, like, how did they feel about that? How did the president feel about some guy coming, not just some guy, but Charlie coming to the White House, saying all the things he was saying, doing all the things he was doing? And then he sees in the background that he's communicating with other people. They're talking about putting the pressure on. They're talking about ways to make it so the president doesn't make the decision that possibly the president wants to make, or that BB wants the president to make. I don't know, however that relationship works, right? I don't know. I think that would put him in harm's way, right? That's just my thinking. As I see so many, because I already knew that he was doing this with Matt Gaetz, because Matt Gaetz said it. And he said it as well. He knew he was doing this with Matt Gaetz. Officer Tatum even came forward. When it came to that island boy, Officer Tatum wanted to talk about it on stage, and he was like, do it. He's like, don't talk about anything else. He's like, talk about that as much as you can. He's like, go hard. Officer Tatum came out and said this, right? Tucker was told to go max. Megyn Kelly was in that conversation where Tucker was told to go max. The whole time he had these allies that he was telling, hey, we need to position things this way. We need to position things that way. He had a lot of power. I don't know if people would, I don't know if the people high up in the admin would like that. Like to know that this guy, this young guy, really young guy who definitely seems like he could be president, is trying to, and it's not a bad word, but trying to manipulate things, trying to manipulate the situation. And he's doing it through actually talking to the president. And then on top of that, going to the people who are lower that he has more pull with than the president does. Not saying who did what, but it would be crazy to think that this wasn't a known thing amongst the powerful, let's say. Very interesting stuff. Obviously, Candace completely pissed at Blake. I mean, Blake just caught a heavy stray. I mean, just real heavy. I'm not even going to go through the whole thing, but I think the thing that stood out to me the most that Blake said here, he said, if Charlie hated Ben, he wouldn't have kept inviting him to America Fest and having him on our show, including the day before his death. But, and I'll read a little bit more, he wouldn't have kept going on Ben's show. He wouldn't have had Turning Point and Daily Wire collaborate on a documentary just last year. But here's the thing about what Blake's saying here, right? This is what pisses off Candace, because Candace is the one that brought us this information. Well, actually, I think Barron did, because Barron's the one that saw that interview, that New York Times interview with Andrew Colvett. Andrew revealed that interview that he's talking about the day before he passed away. Andrew revealed that Charlie was upset about that interview, that he didn't want to do that interview, right? So, and then also when he says, oh, why would he keep inviting him on America Fest? Well, he would invite anybody on America Fest. I'm sure he didn't love Dave Smith. I'm sure they weren't like, oh, like I love every opinion Dave Smith has. But he's like, okay, this guy has a counter opinion that we're not hearing that much in the conservative movement. And if we bring him on to have a debate with Josh Hammer, we can actually see these ideas get parsed out and see who actually has the stronger argument, right? Of course he's going to have Ben Shapiro on. He liked to have the voices on of the conservative movement. That was the thing that he liked to do. That's why he wouldn't back down on Tucker. That's why he wanted Candace back, because he wanted all the opinions that are starting to form and that people are starting to identify with. He wanted them all on the stage. So he didn't put Ben Shapiro on stage because he loved the guy. You could still not like somebody and be like, all right, let's have him on stage. Let's do it. Let's hear what he has to say. I don't think Charlie would have liked at all what Ben Shapiro did at America Fest this year. It was terrible. Was that in 2025? No, it was in this. Yeah, it was December. It was terrible. It was terrible what he did. He was just attacking everyone in the conservative movement that wasn't bowing down to Israel. It was crazy. It was crazy. What are we talking about here? Charlie wouldn't have liked that. He would have been like, anytime somebody booed someone else for their opinion, he'd say, that doesn't help, guys, that doesn't actually help. Like, calm down. He wouldn't have put up with that. You're just attacking his friends because you feel like it. He wouldn't have done that. And Ben Shapiro was asked to go on there. I forget where this text message was, but Ben was asked to go on there, and he wanted Ben to do a debate. Ben said, you know what? Charlie's dead now, so I won't do a debate with anybody, but I will go on directly after Erica, after I've given Turning Point $1 million, and I will just attack whoever I want. Interesting. A little different than what Charlie had in mind, I think. So I think that's what pissed off Candace so much and got Candace to this point.
They both had high-profile shows in major conservative organizations, and Charlie wanted his to be bigger. I'm sorry, I just have to stop reading because it makes me so angry. It is such an objective lie. Blake was not even around for the building of Turning Point. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about. Blake, shut up. Take this tweet down because it makes me angry. Actually, I just got mad, okay? He's a liar. Blake, you are a liar and you should be ashamed of yourself. You were not there when Charlie built this company. They were not rivals. They actually had nothing in the beginning that would have made them rivals. Charlie was building a 501c3 charity. Okay. He wanted to be on college campus. That is not what Ben Shapiro was doing. Ben Shapiro was trying to take Andrew Breitbart's legacy and recreate it by manufacturing a scandal with the Daily Wire. They should have been natural allies. But then Ben had to be Ben. He got jealous as Charlie got bigger, and he went behind the scenes with his connections to the donors and started squeezing Charlie and trying to control who he could speak to. You're a liar, Blake. Why do you keep lying? At least you admit that there are rivals, that they were rivals, but the idea that that rivalry came because they were both in the same industry or in the same space is factually untrue. It is factually untrue. Charlie was innately not a jealous person whatsoever. Okay. He liked to share. He liked to build. He liked to bring people into the fold. It's not possible to do this with somebody as petty and as short as Ben Shapiro. It's impossible. It literally is impossible. Anyway, the point being is that.
Did you catch that? She said, as short as Ben Shapiro. That was unnecessary. That was completely unnecessary. It doesn't even really make sense. It doesn't even fully make sense. She's like, I don't care. It's impossible to work with someone this short. You have to modify your entire studio and your office. Footstools everywhere. You're banging your shins on all these footstools that are everywhere because he has to see the computer screen as you guys are working on something together. Your microphone arms have to get extended because they have to be able to go all the way down. It's just too much. Your toilets and your sinks, it all has to be modified. You got to get squatty potties everywhere so he can stand up, so he can climb up on the squatty potty, and he can can relieve himself. There's just too many things to deal with somebody this short. He's too short. Can't do anything. It's just too much. I'd really like to work with you, sir, but you're too short. You're just too short. My office can't accommodate. Okay, our building can't accommodate. We have ramps, but to you that'll be like a mountain, and it's just too much. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. If I have someone, I have Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh, get back to work, Matt Walsh. Get over here, Matt Walsh. If I climb on Matt Walsh's shoulders, can we please make something? Get over here, Matthew. Gets on top of Matt Walsh. Like he's getting piggybacked. Now, I'll be on top of Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is at least 5'11" here. I can arrive at the studio. I will be on Matt Walsh's shoulders. Will that accommodate? All right. I mean, it's going to be a little weird for everybody. It's completely fine. He's used to it. Get back to work, Matt Walsh. Get back to work. Oh, okay, Mr. Shapiro. All right. Piggybacks. Let's go. Hang on to my head. That's what I tell my kid. Hang on. Are you hanging on? Let's go. Mr. Shapiro, can I have a drink? I just need a drink, Mr. Shapiro. Get back to work, Matt Walsh. Get back to work. Keep going. Just so stupid. Oh my gosh. The dumb things in my head. The dumb things. Anyway, let's keep going here. He's just on his shoulders, you know? It's kind of cute when you think about it. It's cute, but it's a little sinister because he's a grown man, you know? And Matt Walsh is a grown man. He doesn't exactly want, you know, Ben's manhood pressed up against the back of his neck, but he has no choice because he has to get back to work, Matt Walsh. You know, it's just the way things are. So he gets back to work. He has to get back to work, you know? What can you do? What can you do? That's what happens. If he renews his contract, it's going to keep on going like this. Do you want anything, Mr. Shapiro? Get to the studio, Matt Walsh. Get to the studio. And Matt Walsh, we better be taller than Charlie Kirk when we get there. I don't know if we'll be taller than Charlie Kirk, sir. I really don't know. I can wear lifts. Do you want me to wear lifts? Put on heels. I have heels here. Put on heels. Put on these heels, Matt Walsh. Put on these heels. Matt Walsh is walking with high heels on, has Ben Shapiro on his shoulders. It's very hard to walk in these, sir. My calves are burning. Oh, man. I like Matt Walsh. Friend of the show. Ben Shapiro, too. Friend of the show. You know? They are. I like them. Anyway. They're all friends of the show. I don't know if they don't like it. I mean, how do they not like it? They're all friends of the show. Everyone's friend of the show. I like those guys. Why do you think I talk about them so much? I think those guys are great. Matt Walsh in high heels with Ben Shapiro on his shoulders is such a crazy visual. I mean, do your thing, Fleet. Just go ahead. You go ahead with that one. What can I do? I can't put that into the real world. I don't have heels here. Wife's like 8 months pregnant. There's no heels in this house anymore. You know? I'm not wearing heels to show you guys that. I'm not doing that. What can we do? What can we do? We depend on Fleet when something like this comes up. Anyway, let's get to Lionel. We'll throw Lionel in with Candace, okay? People are getting pumped. They're like, is Fleet here? Is Fleet here? Can she do that? Can she do that before he's done going live? Don't worry. She's doing whatever she's doing, you know? Let's get to Lionel. I have to stay updated on X because somebody's gonna tell me about something, you know? Oh yeah, the billionaire kid. Yeah, I'm gonna play. I forgot to say. Somebody tagged me in the billionaire kid talking about Erica. I'm gonna play it. I have a clip of it. I think that clip's longer, so I'll play that one. Thank you for sending that to me. Appreciate it. I'm just on the lookout for Candace right now. You know. Anyway, okay. Let's go to Lionel. Let's move on to Lionel. That's the clip, Lance. I don't know. Like, you should clip out the funny part where I'm talking about Matt Walsh. We should clip that out. We should put that on the clip channel. Okay. And then also just the whole thing about Candace and the recap. And then also, I'm just doing some house cleaning here, guys. And then also the part with Kimberly. So those are like 1, 2, 3 clips. Like we got to do it like that. And then we move on to Lionel. And we can just have we can have a clip of just Lionel, you know? Shout out to Lionel. Give Lionel some love, you know? Listen to this.
Ben Shapiro. Who cares about Ben Shapiro? And no, I'm serious. I'm not sure. Did I miss something? Was I in a coma? Was he elected to something? Is he in control of anything? Does he have any kind of power that I should be aware of? Ben Shapiro? Who cares about Ben Shapiro? What the hell does Ben Shapiro have to do with anything? I don't know. It doesn't matter. He said this was said this. Meghan McCain. Who the hell is Meghan McCain? At least Ben Shapiro did kind of something. Meghan McCain is what? Some Nepo baby daughter of that ghoulish war profiteer? What is going on here? Please, stop for 1 second. Stop talking about the irrelevant. No. Candace, you may. I gave you permission. You don't need my permission. But for the rest of us, doesn't matter. These people don't matter. Because don't you understand? They need the blessing of Candace. They need the blessing. Boop. I touch you. I mention you. Oh my God. You've been mentioned by Candace Owens. That's exactly what they want. The worst thing in the world you could possibly do. The worst thing is not mention them. But, Candace, you know better than I. I have a different idea. I like to starve a cold, feed a fever. All right? Basically, cut off the oxygen supply. Never, ever, ever pay any homage, any kind of reaction to your enemies. Let them go. Who needs them? They are of no use whatsoever. That's exactly what I'm saying. So, my dear friend, I say to you, as we move on, please do not be in any way persuaded or sidelined or slowed down by those nincompoops who just repeat the tropism. What about? Don't talk about Erica. She's a widow. Even old Benno, Mr. Eyebrow, did it himself. Why? I have no idea. Because it's all they've got. That's it. Ben
Was I in a coma? That's a funny thing to say. I like that. That's a very funny thing to say. But I have to say, we see what relevance he has because he was able to get at Charlie via donors and also Allegedly, maybe, perhaps. You know, a lot of people are willing to talk about Tucker having these Middle East connections. You know, they're calling him some kind of foreign agent now. When he was interviewing Putin, it was Russia's spy, right? But no one talks about Ben possibly being that same type of thing for a different part of the Middle East. No one ever talks about him being like that. And it seems like he has that pull, right? He introduced BB to Jordan Peterson. He got Jordan Peterson. I mean, that was crazy. Jordan Peterson definitely didn't need to do that. Jordan Peterson at one point was making $1 million a month. He didn't need to sign up to the Daily Wire. He could have easily just hired a team and just got going. And that would be it. Candace became number one with 4 people. You know, Jordan Peterson could have done the same thing. Hope he's feeling better. He is very sick, if you don't know. But yeah, it just seems odd. Like when you talk about like what relevance does he have? I think there's a relevance behind the scenes that we're not fully aware of, and that Candace and Charlie were actually making us aware of. Charlie, through his text messages about Ben, you know, that little thing with Milo, him saying that Ben's dedicated to his annihilation. Charlie seeing it that way as well and understanding that and trying to communicate with allies behind the scenes about what to do about Ben and how Ben is going after Charlie. It's like there's little things you can do behind the scenes that we're just unaware of. In terms of relevance, front-facing relevance, it's dwindling. It's dwindling so much because everybody knows what he's about. Everything is always going to connect to, you know, if you don't bow down to the place that he loves, that is not America, then you're an issue. You're a problem. You need to be attacked. I mean, he said it to Megyn Kelly. He said all this could stop if she just condemned Candace Owens, which means that everything that's happening is somehow, this is him saying this, it would seem allegedly that what is happening with Megyn as she's getting this crazy amount of attacks could stop if she just did what Ben told her to do. So how many other things like that is he doing? So front-facing relevance, he's completely right. But there's something going on behind the scenes that we're completely unaware of. We have no idea what it is that he has access to. If I'm going to talk about Balak's tones being some kind of weird, bent over, dipped in baby oil mouthpiece for the administration, even now as he's trying to like position himself as against the administration, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. He's doing what he has to do to position himself in the public eye as someone to be trusted. I know what he's doing. You know, who's to say Ben's not the same type of entity? I think it's weird. I've always thought, even with Rogan, I would be like, wow, it's weird. He knows the DNI, he knows the president, he knows the vice president. He now knows the director of the bureau. He has friends in the agency. He has all these friends that are like, you know, like from Green Beret to Navy SEAL. I'm like, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. You know, that's a lot to just be a free man, you know? I think he is, but I mean, I can't make my eyes close when they're open already. So who's to say Ben's not? Ben has this world leader that he loves, this world leader that he went on record saying, I think he said he would forego his American citizenship. He said something like that. He would be fine with people from other countries being able to be president as long as BB became president. Like if BB was president, he'd have no issue with that. I mean, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? I don't know. He seems like something. Anyway, that's the clip, Lance. There you go. Little clip about Lionel, little clip about the rest. So I get what Lionel's saying, but also at the same time, it's like, there's something going on with that guy. It's definitely something going on with that guy. You know, going back to Brett Weinstein, right? Unfortunate name, that is. I actually have a friend with the same last name. And I'm always like, this sucks, huh? And he's like, whatever, I don't care. He has the exact same name. And I laugh about it. I'm like, wow, look at you. You know, call him Harvey sometimes. That's what I do. He calls me all the time and I don't answer. And if you can see this right now, man, don't call me when I'm live. He calls me when I'm live and he does it on purpose. Right? I'm not saying it's because of his name. I'm not making that connection, right? But it's annoying, and he knows it's annoying. In fact, I'm going to silence stuff right now because I know he's going to call. He's crazy like that. He always does it. Anyway, we get into Brett here. Brett talking about something really, I think it was a really wise thing to say. Tucker has everything a reasonable man could want. A beautiful family, many good friends. He's adored by millions, a warm and welcoming home, a staff that loves him, influence. He's not egotistical or driven by lust or greed. Ask yourself, why would he risk it all for Iran? That's a really good question. To the people who are talking about him being a foreign agent, why would he risk it all just for that place? What would he do that for? Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? That listen, you can feel however you want about him. That's how I see it as well. I think he that's what I was feeling already, but he just put it into words perfectly. You know, why do all that for that country? Especially, it's like you have an opportunity, and he does. No matter what you think of the guy, he has an opportunity to run for president. Will he win? I don't know if he'd win, but he definitely has an opportunity to run. Why would he risk it all for that place? I already made the joke yesterday. Tucker Carlson coming from Maine, coming from a log cabin in Maine, moving to Iran. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, what is this, Mecca? Oh, wow, that's a big square. Oh, I mean, it's not a square that I would like to touch or anything like that. I am a Christian. I mean, I try to be the best Christian I can, but I mean, that is a very impressive square. It's very black. It's very, very black. I mean, I love being here. You kidding me? Are you joking? I just, I love my dogs. They don't like dogs in those places. You know that, right? They don't appreciate dogs at all. I have 4 dogs. I can't have my dogs? Oh. He's not moving over there. Why would he do that? Why would he risk all that? Come on. You gotta think about it. Think about it a little bit, you know? That person. Oh, Lance, we should have made that clip. That person who was like, you know, Tucker could be, you know, if you got it, if there is poo, there is an a-hole. He's making that whole joke. I think that was that 2 hours, 39 minutes, the last stream. We should make that clip. Anyway, moving on. Marjorie Taylor Greene. You know, just to prove what I had to say about Graham Allen having a DOD profile, this is what you do with those profiles when you're done. You actually make it into former, so people know that it is not an active congresswoman anymore, so they know you're not an active employee of the DOD. He doesn't have that, which means he is an active employee right now. He is active. Go check Dan's. I'll check it later. Check Dan's. I think Dan's is still active as well. What does that mean? Anyway. Marjorie Taylor Greene had this to say: if you're noticing Tucker Carlson being attacked from literally every direction of the political machine, it's because they're terrified of him running for president, because he would win and they know it. And that's why I'm deeply concerned for my friend Tucker and his family. These people are vicious, they're evil, and they will attempt to destroy anyone and everyone that reveals the truth. There you go. I really do think that's a real thing. I really do. I think it's a real thing that that could definitely happen. I mean, you know, it's weird that people think that he couldn't possibly win. You just watched Mondani win, right? I know it's not the same level. It's mayor. I get it. But literally, all he did, this is all he did. He doesn't have any good ideas, this Mondani guy. He doesn't have any good ideas. He's very inauthentic, you know? He's just that big, huge smile no matter what he's talking about, who he's talking to. Like, that's not how humans work, right? I'm happy to be here right now, but I'm not like, so guys, I'm not doing that because I'm a person, right? Not a particularly great guy, right? Mom wrapped up with the island boy and whatnot. All he did when they were having their debates is they were like, so, can everybody tell me when they're going to Israel? And everybody was like, well, I went yesterday. I've been 50 times in the past month. I want to live there. I'd rather run for public office over there. Some black lady's like, that's my motherland. They're all saying this crazy stuff. And he's the only guy sitting there, that big fake smile. And he's like, well, I don't think I'm going to go there. I have to take care of New Yorkers. That's why he won. That was the whole thing. He just did that. Everybody was like, did he say New Yorkers? People from New York haven't heard this. Eric Adams running the place, letting all these illegal immigrants, like he's literally spent, I think they spent $300 million on illegal immigrants. Obviously, they're spending on shelters and all sorts of things, not just on them. But there's some stuff that they were given as well. But, you know, the long and the short of it is, a lot of New Yorkers felt slighted by what was going on. They had not heard the term, someone referring to them in the longest time. So when they heard New Yorkers from this Mondani guy, they were like, oh my God, did he say New York? That's me? Is he talking about me? He's going to look after me? They hadn't had anything like that in the longest time. That's all Tucker has to do. He runs for president in this temperature today. All he has to do is run and say, I'm going to look after America. And I don't care what's going on in the Middle East. That's all he has to say. And everybody's going to be like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. It's going to be so smooth for him to win. It's going to be so smooth. It's going to be real smooth for him to win. All he has to do is just say that. He's going to say the things that he usually says. Tucker says this all the time. He goes, I was born in America, and I've lived in America, and I'm going to die in America. And I don't think that's a bad thing. That's all he's going to say. And everybody's going to be like, oh my God, he's like a Winston Churchill. He's like FDR. This guy's amazing. That's all it's going to take. He's going to win. If he runs. I don't know if he wants to. If he does, he has to do speeches behind bulletproof glass and stuff. I think he has to do that. And not take any golden pagers from any particular leader. I'm not pointing a finger at anybody. I'm just saying don't take any golden pagers from anybody. That's all I'm saying. Don't take any golden pagers from anybody. And for God's sake, stay away from UVU. Just steer clear of that place. I'm sure it's a very nice place. It looks very, very nice. But do not go into that octagon pentagram thing that Candace was talking about. Stay away from that particular place. I'm just saying, you know, don't campaign there. Let someone else have it. Worry about the rest of the states. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Anyway, got Officer Tatum here. I know, but it goes towards what Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying, because listen to what this guy has to say now.
Would be elated if Tucker Carlson went to jail with his sorry American-hating self. But I really want to know, is this a hoax? Is he, Tucker Smollett, trying to deploy?
Is this a hoax? Is this a hoax? I really want to know, is this a hoax? How many T's are there in the word hoax? What's going on here?
This victim mentality, so we can feel sorry for him for being stupid enough to interview all of these weirdos.
So the other day I found out that the CIA is preparing some kind of criminal referral against me, a crime.
Absolutely ridiculous. So even Officer Tatum is like, I would be elated to see Tucker Carlson go to jail. That's nuts. That's nuts. See, and this is the thing, right? When I was in the school of Rogan, right? I was always listening to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan would always say something when he would talk about the left, when he would talk about what they were doing. He said they were pushing so hard for all these things to happen to the now president. He said they're pushing so hard for all these things to happen that they don't realize that when he gets in office, or when their admin that's in the office right now leaves, the next guys are going to be able to use that same stuff. They're going to be able to push those same envelopes. They're going to be able to do the exact same things. So for Officer Tatum right now to be like, I would love to see this guy in jail, it's like he doesn't realize. That's why I always think there's some kind of incentive going on. Because it's like he doesn't realize that he's going to have the exact same, he could have the exact same thing happen to him. And who knows, someone younger hasn't been in the game as long, maybe me. And I'm like, hey, y'all, I can't wait to see Officer Tatum go to jail. I know what he's done, and I want to know if this is a hoax of what he's done. I can't wait to see him go to jail. and we have everybody along with me. I got millions of subscribers all of a sudden out of nowhere. I got just I just got big bundles of $7,000 behind me. And Officer Tatum has said the wrong thing. And I'm just like, oh man, I can't wait for him to go to jail. And then everybody's pushing for it. It's like he doesn't realize. I think he does realize. I don't think he's dumb. I make fun of him. I don't think he's a slow person. But the same thing can happen to him. Real easy. So when you're pushing for that kind of thing, he forgets. As much as he has no journalistic integrity or knowledge, he's not an investigator. He's not a journalist at all. He is within the same realm of Tucker Carlson. He does have massive popularity. He does have a lot of subscribers. He's in the same range as Tucker. He should, and yeah, I don't mean, you know what I mean. Oh, here, let me just see something here. This is what I was waiting for to come up. He's in the same range. He should know better than to push for something like this. But I like that he actually says this. I found this in the episode because I was just letting it play while I was setting things up. Listen to what he says here.
And neither is AIPAC. But it's funny that you continue to push that every single day of the week, that AIPAC is somehow acting as a foreign agent, which they're not. That's why they're not registered in FARA. He said he hasn't taken money from anywhere. He literally got like a $17 or $14 million startup investment into his Tucker Carlson news network from a person. I guess the person he's a Middle Eastern. He may be an American citizen, but it's still, he's in Doha and Qatar doing speeches on stage. Like, let me tell you how people get around that claim. I've never taken money. Yeah, Tucker Carlson have not taken money, but that does not mean TCN haven't taken money. I want y'all to be very clear about this. Somebody could look at you in the eye and say, I never taken any money, but an organization that you own takes the money. No one in our industry gets paid directly. People do not pay Brandon Tatum. They don't pay me. They pay one of my companies, my entities. They pay the Officer Tatum if I'm doing work for the Officer Tatum or any of these other companies. They pay the company. They don't pay Brandon Tatum.
Wow.
I don't own none of this stuff.
Well.
I have companies that own the companies.
Oh.
If that makes sense to you. That's
wow. I like that he said that. I like that he came clean with that. Because one thing that he always says, he got into arguments all over X because of this. He was like, I've never taken any money. And now he reveals what the game is. He has companies that own companies. And people don't pay him. They pay the Officer Tatum. Well, we all know him to be Officer Tatum, so that's just the game that's played. So he doesn't take any money, like he said. I'm just applying the same logic that he's saying. He doesn't take any money, but his company takes the money. It's kind of like Kamala paid Oprah, but she didn't pay Oprah. She paid Oprah's production company, that type of thing. That did happen. I'm not making that up. But it's very interesting that he says that. And he's saying it. See, and this is where it gets to the point where it's like you say so much that you start to demolish yourself, right? Because he has been accused of that more than anybody. More than anybody. Graham Allen, get out of here. Gary, get out of here. This guy has been accused of taking some kind of, because he had the swiftest change. Graham Allen just pops up and he's like, yeah, Candace is evil. Candace is demonic. You know what I mean? Gary just wants steak dinners. He just wants to hang out with somebody. You know, he's just trying to hang out with somebody. That's why he's doing all these weird interviews with these TikTok weirdos and stuff, which is fine. You know, have fun. But everybody thinks Officer Tatum's taking a whole bunch of money. Everybody's like, something's going on with this guy. I just saw this guy. I can't believe y'all are still talking about these documents. I can't believe y'all are still talking about all these files that came out. I mean, you really have to be stupid to be talking about these files. You're like, what? Are you crazy? Taking something. Now we know. Maybe he's not taking it himself. Maybe it's just his company. That's fun. That's a fun realization to have. So I guess that's what's happening with him. I don't know. He said it, not me. I don't know. I didn't bring it up. He brought it up. He brought it up in a way to discredit Tucker Carlson, but he doesn't realize what it looks like on him at all. Very, very, very fun. Very fun. It's a fun time here, guys. I have fun with you guys. I would love to see those. He has companies that own companies, like he said. If that makes sense, it does make sense. That is, I guess, what you're supposed to do when you're trying to protect yourself. But it's also what you do when you don't want anybody to know who's truly funding you behind the scenes. I used to be charitable with him, and until I heard this, I used to say there's probably an opportunity that happens. Like Mark brought up, when I interviewed Mark, he brought up how people get book deals. They'll serve in a certain position and they'll do certain things, and then they get a book deal for like $10 million, right? Like Obama got like some $20 million like book deal or something like that, right? So they get that, and then someone ghostwrites the book, and then they just put it out, and it's a New York Times bestseller, and then they just make all the money, right? That's and then they're known as an author, and they're a speaker, and they're, you know what I mean? They're doing all these different things. I used to be charitable and say that maybe there's an opportunity waiting for Officer Tatum, Brandon Tatum. I used to say that, you know, perhaps after he's done doing what he's doing and he wants to run for some kind of office because he's been so protective of Philadelphia, because he's spoken so highly of the people of Philadelphia, that organization that tends to own a lot of the politicians will say, hey, this is Brandon. He's running for, I guess it would be Texas. God help Texas. I mean, this is Officer Tatum. He's running. We need his support. We need all you guys to support him. If you want to keep getting this sweet, sweet PAC money that we have here, you have to support this guy. We want to get this guy in office. That's what I used to think it was. But he just came out right and said it. Funny how that works. That's the clip, Lance. And F Officer Tatum. I think everybody can agree on that. What a guy, you know? Candace Owens breaks down here. She says, Joe Kent is an American hero, patriot, veteran. The president is shameful. May American troops take lead and look into conscientious objection to BB's Red Heifer War. You guys know about the red heifers? You ever go? Somebody mentioned on Baron. You ever watch Ninjas Are Butterflies? These guys break down the whole red heifer prophecy in such a weird way. I mean, it's just weird in general. They don't do it in a weird way, but when they break it all down, it sounds really odd. But Candace is right. She's not just making things up. She's not just saying things. There's like a weird red heifer thing going on, and they're like taking the red heifers and they're taking the ashes, and it's very what the New Testament says to not do. You know, you're taking red calves and you're breeding them all crazy, and you're taking their ashes after you burn them out. You're taking it to heal people and doing all this weird stuff. Very clear not to do that type of thing, but you know, old versus new, I guess. I don't know. Joe Kent actually resigns. Now, if you don't know who Joe Kent is, he has served with this department, and he has been pretty much the right hand man to Tulsi Gabbard. This morning, he said, after much reflection, I've decided to resign from my position as director of the National Counterterrorism Center effective today. I cannot, in good conscience, support the ongoing war in Iran. Iran posed no imminent threat to our national security, and it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. Wow. For him to come out and say that, amazing. Very brave. Very brave, because it's like, I guess he, you know, it's almost like him saying, I don't want to work in politics anymore. Like, I'm done. Because they're going to try and keep him out. It has been an honor serving under POTUS and DNI Gabbard, that's Tulsi Gabbard, for those of you that don't know. This is just her official account. And leading the professional NCTC. And then here he just attaches his resignation. He just puts it there. You know, it's titled To the Prez, after much reflection. Oh, he goes on to say more. I support the values of the foreign policies that you've campaigned 2026, 2024, that you enacted in your first term until June 2025. You understood that the wars in the Middle East were a trap that robbed America of precious lives of our patriots and depleted the wealth and prosperity of our nation. In your first administration, you understood better than any modern president how to decisively apply military power without getting us drawn into a never-ending war. Demonstrated this by taking out, I can't say that name, I'll just say Qasem Soleimani, and by defeating ISIS. Early in this administration, high-ranking officials and influential members of the American media deployed a misinformation campaign that wholly undermined your America First platform and sowed pro-war sentiments to encourage a war with Iran. This echo chamber was used to deceive you into believing that Iran posed an imminent threat to the United States of America and that you should strike now. There was a clear path to a swift victory. This was a lie and is the same tactic that the Israelis used to draw us into a disastrous Iraq war that cost our nation the lives of thousands of our best men and women. We cannot make this mistake again. As a veteran, we deployed to combat 11 times. And as a Gold Star husband, I lost my beloved wife. Wow. Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I lost my beloved wife, Shannon, in a manufactured war by Israel. I cannot support sending this generation off to fight and die in a war that serves no benefit to the American people nor justifies the cost of American lives. I pray that you reflect upon what we are doing in Iran and who we are doing it for. The time for bold action is now. You can reverse course and chart a new path for our nation, or you can allow us to slip further towards decline and chaos. You hold the cards. It was an honor to serve in your administration and to serve our great nation. Joseph Kent. Wow. Man, that always gets me, man. Somebody loses their wife. It's crazy. Yeah, man, that's nuts. That's nuts. So he resigned. Man. Yeah, now I get why Candace is calling him an American hero. Good for her. Good for him. Good for him. Standing down that way and actually saying that. And the reason that he has to put this out here, man, that always gets to me. The reason he has to put this out here is because the president is not going to read this. Let's be honest. He's not going to sit down and read all of this. He is going to just be like, he resigned. Okay, who's next? Put him in place, blah, blah, blah. And there's a lot of people who are saying that Tulsi should be doing the same thing. And she has not yet. I have no tissues. Where are all my tissues? Baby took all my tissues. And she is not yet. As far as I can see, I've checked it out a whole bunch. Tulsi has not said anything. I don't even know if she's commented on DNI Gabbard. I don't know if she's even commented on what he just said. I don't know if she's given him any regard in that sense. Let's see here. Let's pull it up. I don't think she did. Let's see. Nope. Nothing. She has said nothing towards this. She's given no comment at all. So yeah, Dave Smith was saying F her just recently because he was like, how has she not retired? How has she not resigned? Because she was actually selling shirts that said no war with Iran. She sold a lot of those shirts. Now she's a part of an admin that is doing that thing. Yeah, she hasn't commented on either of her accounts. A lot of people are saying that she should resign. Obviously, can't tell anybody how to feel, but you can't tell anybody that they have to quit their job, right? And just expect them to do it. But man, big thing to do. I wonder who else will take that type of plunge in the admin. Probably Pete Hegseth next, I would think. Pete Hegseth is probably going to be like, as the Secretary of War, I cannot... I'm kidding, obviously. He is not going to be doing that. I think he I think he likes it. He is now the Secretary of War, you know? But yeah, that's all on that. We don't know what's gonna happen from here. It's just a big statement. He is also friends with Tucker Carlson, if you didn't know. Good friends with Tucker Carlson. Imagine you see a Carlson Kent ticket in the future of some kind. I don't know. Very, very, very interesting to see that happen. I didn't think anybody would do that. Trump has made sure to align himself with a lot of bootlickers, a lot of massagers of sorts who are not going to go against him. So, sadly, I didn't think that about any of them when this whole thing was going down, when everybody was getting confirmed. I didn't think that about anybody. You know, that's the first time I've ever said anything like that, but seems that way. I mean, even when Tulsi's bowing down, you know, RFK's trying to justify glyphosate and stuff. I mean, it's just, the whole thing just fell apart, man. RFK's like, we gotta use the glyphosate. Huh? What? What are you talking about? Hodge twins. Hodge twins are like, this is what MAGA turned into. Oh, man. That's crazy. That's nuts. Not even a Charlie up there, you know? Ah, man. Sad to see. Sad to see. But anyway, let's keep going here. What else we got? That's the clip, Lance. Let's go. I keep saying that, so when he has the transcript, he can just type in, that's the clip, Lance, and then all the clips will pop up for him. I'm trying to help my boy. Oh, he said RFK sold out big time. Yeah, the whole that whole thing was just crazy. It was crazy. When I saw that, I was like, oh, I don't like really cover Joe Rogan anymore, but that conversation, I might throw that on Spotify. Lance, I forgot to tell you, I was gonna start streaming on Kick. Because on Kick you can like say whatever you want, and then what I would do is we would take that and we'd put that on Spotify, right? Because I'm not monetized on Kick, but I am on Spotify. We take that extra thing, put it on Spotify, give the Spotify crew some wild stuff to listen to, because there's some things that I really want to talk about. I really want to talk about them, but I'm starting to talk about what I want to talk about more so. Sorry to lead you away from the investigation so much, guys. But eventually it has to happen. Ian Carroll told me I am at the point where I can talk about whatever I want. And due to my low confidence, I don't think so. I'm kidding. I'm just trying to see if Candace said anything. Oh, wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Crystal. I should pull that up really quick. Thank you very much, Crystal. I saw what you just did. You know, thank you very, very much for doing this here. Let me show everybody what Crystal just did for me. Did I save it? No, I didn't save it there. Did I save it in all? But yeah, there it is. There it is. I mean, kind of insulting. I already do the insulting voice. It's already insulting. But she like took it a step further and made it like,
well, actually, that is not quite right. Well, actually, that is not quite right.
"Ooh, I am completely muted." Yes, I know. Sorry. Sorry. Shout out to Baron. I was just saying shout out to Crystal. I was saying thank you very much. I was saying that she made me look like Carl Winslow. I was saying that I'm losing weight and that it's unnecessary to make me look this big. And I was just saying that Mark Levin, if he were to expose himself on national TV, they would not have to blur anything because no one would be able to see anything. That's all I said. That's all I said. Anyway, because he said good riddance to Joe Kent, you know? Can't read everything Joe Kent just said and just say good riddance. This guy's vile, man. I used to like this guy too. I heard Barron talking about he used to listen to Mark Levin. It's Levin too. It's not even Levin. I don't even know why I'm saying. I know the enunciation of these names. It's Levin. His name's Levin. I don't care how he pronounces it. His name is Levin. I've grown up with too many Levins to now call it Levin. Like, what am I doing? Mark Levin. He says good riddance. I didn't used to listen to him, but I had a book of his on Audible, and I was listening to that book because I liked it. I liked what he was talking about. It's crazy how the mask falls so dramatically. Anyways, guys. Oh, I can't even look at the chat because it's just gonna be people saying I'm muted for the next 45 minutes, which is fine. Fine, whatever. It's completely cool. I don't know who this kid is. Here's the thing. I've seen Sam Parker post this kid. Project Constitution, for what that's worth. So I haven't seen too many people post it, but this kid basically says he's the son of a billionaire, and I don't really understand what that means or why that pertains to anything. And he just says he has information about Erica. That's it. And it's basically that Erica just went on a shopping spree. Like, okay, it's not just a shopping spree. It was a shopping spree less than 24 hours after Charlie passed away. Okay, that's a little different than just a shopping spree. I know, but I guess let's check it out.
I'm so scared in my entire life because the information I am about to expose right now is going to completely ruin Erica Kirk's entire story. I can't even believe I'm filming this. So I got an email today from someone that works at Aloe. I'm going to, of course, keep their identity anonymous. This person emailed me, and I'll put it on the screen, that they work at Aloe, and they looked up Erica's account. And it appeared that she had spent over $1,000 buying Aloe clothing the day after Charlie was... I can't remember everything she bought, but it was all black clothing. Obviously, it's not that important, but I personally found it super sketchy. I also don't know. And then she says something about where Erica lives. I'm not going to include that. You can see it clear as day on the receipt, which I will show you guys for transparency, that Erica Francevey, her maiden name, purchased $1,043.30 worth of clothing on September 11th, 2025 at 11:10 a.m. Guys, put this into perspective. I'm looking it up here. Charlie Kirk was announced to be at 4 p.m. on September 10th. Not even 24 hours later, Erica went home, woke up in the morning, and bought an Aloe tracksuit. I don't even know what's more egregious to me. The fact that she went on a shopping spree not even 24 hours after her husband was publicly assassinated, or the fact that she shops at Aloe, because let's be honest, their clothing is extremely, extremely overpriced for really, really cheap material. I hate Aloe. And the reason this doesn't make any sense is because, like I was saying before, if she was buying like a black sweater, like all of Aloe's clothing like has a fat ass ugly Aloe logo on it, and it's gym clothes. It's gym clothes. You're not going to wear gym clothes to the wake, which leads me to believe it had nothing to do with any. She just wanted to go on a shopping spree. It's giving Gone Girl.
It's giving Gone Girl. That is hilarious. So yeah, I don't know why people are playing that so much. I mean, I get it. There are worse things she's done. I mean, the not crying at the memorial is a thing, you know, the prepped speech, that's also a thing. I mean, there's just so many things, right? So the fact that she went and bought clothing, I'm not really surprised. I mean, I don't know. I'm not like, stuff like that doesn't surprise me anymore, you know? Candace was telling us about Romania, okay? Zach was just telling us about how Arizona works and all the things that they're trying to like cover. I mean, on state level government. I mean, I'm just saying, like, this is not as surprising. You know, some people get into the investigation a little late, you know. We've been desensitized. The Erica shopping. We're like, oh, she shopped. Well, that's nice. That's an improvement, you know. At least she did like a normal person thing. She shopped for a thing. Okay. You know, otherwise everything's been prepped and just engineered in such a weird way. So, yeah, you know, you brought a tracksuit. It's like, yeah, it's not the craziest thing in the world. And like, would I do that? No, but like, you open up my closet, I'm like Batman. Like, everything's black anyway. So, I don't have, you know, it's. I guess you buy black stuff if you have to. If you want to mourn properly, you're like, oh, I should probably have all black stuff to wear. I guess. I don't know. Thankful to God, I have never been in that situation. I've never had to deal with anything as crazy as that. You know, never had to go to Fort Huachuca and pick up a detonator or anything like that. I've never had to do that before. So I wouldn't know what to wear. I'm kidding. That didn't happen. Come on, guys. Mark Levin, good riddance. Absolutely ridiculous. What a guy. What a we. It's so odd, man, that you have guys like that who just allow these things. You know, they clearly love another place way more, like way more, and it's just completely fine. It's so weird to me. Somebody put this out there. They said, I don't always whoop, but when I do, there it is. Good morning. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. Let's what else are we gonna play? You know what? Nah, I don't want to play the rest of that kid. Let's just play what's she gonna say here? You know, I was gonna cover Candace talking about the war and everything, but I kind of just talked about it, just through Joe Kent. Hopefully she talks about Joe Kent a little bit. I think that needs to be focused on a little more. I don't think people realize how big that is. And of course, all these treacherous people are popping up out of nowhere. Not Sean Ryan, but of course Dan is just like, oh no, it was a threat. Come on now. I didn't know Joe Kent was a doomer. Hey, he's a doomer. He's a black piller. When did he take the black pill? So he's saying all this. Like, okay. Didn't you redact all the files? Yeah, thanks. Anyway, let's move on to Sean Ryan. That's all anybody should say to that guy. Anytime he has anything to say, hey, didn't you redact everything? Aren't you Captain Redaction? Isn't that what you, huh? You redacted those files like you did your hairline. Hey, man, did you redact all those emails like you did your hairline, man? Hey, go take care of that first. Sean Ryan has to say. Sometimes the most impactful statement you can make is a strong resignation. It's unfortunate it's come down to this. Godspeed to Joe Kent. I hope this wakes up some people. Wakes some people up. Yeah, I hope so too. I really do. Really do, man. Interesting. We'll see what Tulsi does. This will be a deciding factor. Tulsi has played a game, and I mean that like in a good way. She's played a game for a long time of being kind of one of the most perfect people to run for office. I don't know if it would be VP or POTUS, but she's put herself in a position where she looks pretty good. And this would be, and again, you can't tell someone to resign, but this would be like a huge stain, because a big thing that she's always run on and she's always pushed forward is no more never-ending wars, because she herself is a veteran and she herself has lost many friends. She herself had to go into combat, into places, and you know what I mean? She's had to do this before. So now, if while being a veteran, right, she now goes along with this, and then many lives are lost, it looks terrible for her, And it seems like she's always had the aspiration of running for VP or president. I mean, she has, right? It just, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So you think she would resign, but who knows? Who knows, right? Bongina is the craziest name That is the craziest nickname. Someone just wrote that in the chat. That is so crazy of a nickname. I'm being nice when I call him Robo. When I call him Bon Robo Gino, you know, Bongina is insane. That is an insane nickname. You guys can't do that to people, you know? You can't do stuff like that to people. That's a crazy nickname to just lay upon somebody. Some people in this chat need church. You need church in this chat. That's absolutely crazy to do. You can't do that, man. That's too much. That's way too much. Anyway, you know, where is RoboCop? Oh, RoboCop's just yelling. Right now he's just on X yelling about how it is a threat. And Joe Kent's wrong for saying it's not a threat. That's literally what he's doing on X right now. Somebody woke him up. Somebody was like, "Get back to work, Dan. Get back to work." He was like, oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're like, "Do you want more bot activity on your podcast? You want more bot activity on your podcast? Tell them about Iran, Dan." And he's like, oh, okay. No, please keep the bots. I need the bots to keep coming. Anyway. Such an insulting impression. Doesn't sound anything like him, you know? Such an insulting impression. Like, come on, why am I doing that? Anyway, let's get into the super dupers. What are we at? 2 hours? Okay. I really didn't think that would happen. I really didn't. Interview with Stu Peets. You got us battle bun merch, somebody said. I didn't think that would happen. I really didn't think that would happen. Here, let me just, this is going to be, boom. Let's bring this over here. I mean, just such a ridiculous picture. I hope Candace keeps doing stuff like this. I don't know if you guys know, Mark is responsible for the Brigitte ET mixing, the ET with the blonde wig. Mark is actually responsible for that. And if you look closely, he actually left it in the background when Candace is talking. So if she moves a certain way, or if they get a certain camera angle, you can actually see a little ET with a blonde wig that he had put there because he wanted it to be in the shot forever. Very interesting stuff here. Let me just jump over here real quick.
Right? So you've got BB, you've got Benny, you've got Joshy, you've got now Meghan McCain. Everybody's just like, oh, can I bid on the Charlie storage? I don't know what's in it, but I want it. I've got money. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. And we have now reached such a late stage of this neocon psychosis that Ben Shapiro is out there pretending that he's Charlie's personal knight. He was like, must have been Charlie's squire, actually, while he was alive. It is the most disturbing thing that I have ever.
Okay, guys. Okay. That right there. And I love that it actually stopped at that point because she said squire and it made me think of Lance. Because Lance made something called the Gailey Squire. And it was like, it was interesting that she said that. It just makes me think she's so in tune with what's going on. But that was just a quick break that I had to take. I only make it take seconds, okay? I only make it take seconds when I do something like that. Anyways, guys, let's get into it. Dorothy, did you see the Turning Point whistleblower interview with Stu? No, I did not. Let me see what you're talking about. Do you know the whistleblower's name at all? Because if you do, I would love to... I want to interview one of these people. One of these whistleblowers. Is it a new one? So I'm looking right now. No, I'm not seeing anything. No, I'm not seeing anything right now. Where are you seeing this? Let me know where this could be seen. He hasn't even posted a clip of it. I don't know. I'm looking in the past like 18 hours, past 24 hours. He hasn't posted anything about it. Let me know what that person's name is, or, you know, just tag me. If you see it on X, tag me in it, and I'll check it out for sure, because I would love to grab a couple clips for you guys, see what's up. Let's keep going. Heather, better known as Rachel. Good morning, Mint Daddy crew. Coach, we're getting Battle Bun merch. Baron just about has his ready. Need our Nunca Nunca. You want a Nunca shirt? Oh, they also said Battle Bun merch. Everybody's excited about the Battle Bun merch. That's good. Yeah, Barron's is, he said it's like a day or two, but he said that a while ago. He was like, it's like 2 days. I was like, man, get this stuff up and running. So we'll see. I don't even know what he's going with first. He hasn't even mentioned what the design is going to be. I'm hoping it's High IQ Outfit, because that could literally just be a clothing brand. You can just call a clothing brand High IQ Outfit, and it would be absolutely amazing. So I hope that's the first shirt he has. I don't know. I haven't asked him what he planned on doing. So we'll see. But once he does it, I'm going to have the most colorful wardrobe. You'll see. I'm going to outdo him every day of the week. Hopefully he has that key lime pie color. Nunca BB. Oh, and also for me, I'm working on a Philadelphia Mints shirt, and I was working on these prototypes. I made them. I was trying to get them sent out to me, and for some reason, it just like returned to send. Like, I don't know what happened. It was coming to me, and then all of a sudden they just sent it back, and I have no idea what happened. So now I have to get them sent out again, and so I can actually see what they look like and if it actually all makes sense. And then I gotta, yeah. Then from there, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens from there. But Philadelphia Mints is going to be the first thing that I put out. You know, that nice little design with the mints on the thing. I mean, it's just looks incredible. I just hope it transfers to a shirt and looks just as good. That's my hope. Nunca. BB is Black Poppy. What? BB is Black Poppy. BB? I heard BB's gone. I gotta be honest. There's more and more. I mean, past the videos, there's more and more people talking about him being gone. Scott Bessent, the secretary, he got called out of a meeting randomly. I'll show you guys that. He got called out of a meeting randomly, and he seemed so out of sorts. You know, for a guy who's usually calm, collected, usually, you know, says all the right things. This guy was completely shook. So he's in a meeting. Somebody walks up. They're like, the president needs to see you right now. He gets hauled into the Situation Room. This is right around the time people started saying that something possibly happened to the Emperor of Philadelphia. And out of nowhere, he comes back. I hope I can find it. I saved this video a while ago. There it is. Yeah, check this out. This is very weird. This is very, very odd. Check this out. The way he comes back and just starts spitting out word salad is crazy.
I listened to you on the...
The president wants you. Sorry, the president wants you right away.
Oh, okay. Okay. No problem at all. See you shortly, Mr. Secretary.
You can work that in.
Mr. Secretary, I have to say, it's a first, I'm sure a last as well, that an interviewee's been pulled away to go to the Situation Room. How was the president? Was he stressed?
No, the president is in great spirits. The Iranian mission is proceeding well ahead of schedule, and you know, I have to tell you, Wolf, that I've a teenager who's considering military service, and I could give this team my highest compliment, from President Trump to the head of the Joint Chiefs to the Secretary of War. I would say that I would trust my child's life in their hands.
The guy didn't ask. He didn't ask. He didn't say, what's going on with the whole conflict? He didn't say that. He was just like, this is a first. And he's like, oh, yes, of course. And just so you know, I have a teenager of sorts, and he is my offspring. And the thing about him is I would allow him to live with the president or with Pete. I would trust them. And, if there was blood on their hands, it'd be completely fine. And I don't know. What? You okay? What happened, bro? A lot of people think this is him getting hauled in when they're like, listen, the real president is dead. Something happened to the actual president. And he was like, oh God, BB? They're like, yes, BB. Something happened to BB. you know? So thought I'd show you that. So yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. Who knows? Who knows what happened with BB? Honestly. You know, friend of the show, so I hope he's okay. St. Patty's Day, Philly mints for everyone. Yeah, my wife has the baby in a green dress because St. Patty's Day. Yeah, gonna take the baby to a bar, see how much the baby can pound back. I guess I don't know. Kidding. Jamie's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, playa. What's going on, Jamie? Thank you so much for showing up. Are you still on vacation, Jamie? Or have you gotten back already? You back? Strong, young Mr. T vibes in that clique. The one of me as the Philadelphia? Come on, no chance. Mr. T was jacked back. When Mr. T was young, Mr. T was jacked. He was jacked all sorts. Anyway, thank you, though. Appreciate you. I stole my husband's job. George F. Send Candace the first battle bun hoodie. Oh, send Coach. Sorry. Send Coach the first battle bun hoodie. Yeah, please do. Please do. I would love that. I would love that. I wonder what it's going to look like. It's going to be her with her hair pulled back, or you know what it should be? It should be a silhouette of her hair, like without her face in it. A silhouette of her hair pulled back so you can see it to the side so you can tell. And then it should say battle bun activated. That's what it should say. That's exactly what it should say. Because then that's any woman who wears it, they like, you know what I mean? Like you can identify, you can make it your own. Any woman that wears it. I think that would be a great idea. And any man with a man bun, you know, I would say shave it, but if you don't and you keep it, then the shirt could work for you as well. If Candace does battle bun merch, you should get some royalties on that. No, not at all. Somebody asked me that the other day too. They're like, are you getting money from the things that Fleet does? No. What are you talking about? No, I'm not taking money from people. No. I like to watch things flourish. I think that's a gift. Someone did that for me, and now I'm here, and now I try to do that for other people. And no, Candace does not have to do that. Not for me, that's for sure. Unless she like gives me like if she came to me, she was like, "Hey, here's $1 million." I'd be like, "Oh my god!" I'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm taking this." I'd be like, "Thank you so much, man." Anyway, Conscientious Podcast. You got battle beanie on. Oh yeah, in that picture. Yeah, that's what it seems like. They gave me a little battle bun hat. You know, I appreciate it. I like it. What does this say? Chalet Walt. Coach, were you a microphone, a speaker coach, or were you a, what is this? What are you saying? Cuz Sam. Coach, were you a speaker head? Cuz Sam. Congrats on your sobriety. Just noticed your art to the right. I'm so bad with rights and lefts. Is this, am I right? Or is this, I don't know. Both of them? You just noticed them? They've been here for actually years. Actually like 3 years. But shout out to you. I don't know what you're saying though. Were you a speaker head? Were you a speaker head? Cause Sam. Here, let me just in case somebody is screaming at the chat right now, trying to tell me what this means. I should move over to the chat. I have absolutely no idea what you're saying, but all good. Was I a what? No idea. Someone says mushroom head, but that's not a mushroom that he put there. It's a speaker. You know? Mushroom, coach. Mushroom. Like what? Loud head. Megaphone? Were you a megaphone head? Cone head, someone says. Mushroom head. Speaker head. I don't know. I have no idea, man. I can't say yes or no. I mean, a speaker head, a music head. I don't know. Like, what do I play charades over here? Why are we playing charades in these super chats, guys? One Nun Yab, welcome to the crew. That Real Beauty, welcome to the crew. We are going to be doing our live today after Candace. sometimes she goes late, man. Like yesterday was late. So whenever she's done, I'm going to be sending out the community post. I'm going to be making sure you guys know, and then we're going to get into it. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that episode, and then we'll get into a bunch of weird stuff, but that's when the members only is happening after Candace on Tuesday. That's how we do it. Hats cover lobotomy. Ian went ham. Candace calling Ben out for having, what is all this weird gas? Calling Ben out for having to stand eye to eye while on a couch. Get there. Our disinformation and Chief Prez Orange, like Charlie Sheen winning, get the glitter and sparkles. How it felt to read that was crazy. Just nuts how it felt to read that. Did Ian go ham though? I saw Ian went ham when it came to everybody like accusing him of like projecting or amplifying Project Constitution's thing. I haven't seen him. I saw a video. He was saying that Philadelphia is getting destroyed in the whole back and forth. I don't know if that's the video you're talking about. Holy Fire Luna, welcome to the crew. I thought you were already part of the crew. Heavyweight, just supporting the truth movement, but a follow back would be nice. Us coaches got to stick together. Christ is king. Who are you? That's what I did to Mark too the first time. I was like, who are you? I'm like, I don't even know you. What do you do? What do you, follower of Christ, born and raised? Let's see here. You got a bunch of videos here. Some of your videos do well. You see, you got one video here. Let me show you something here. You got one video here, right? So that video has 44,000, right? It's from 4 months ago. This one has 35,000. Okay. And then you got another one that has 13 views. And then you got another one that has 30 views. So when you're creating content, if you see something that just does 35,000 views, you should do more of that. If you see something that gets 44,000, you should just do more of that. And don't, and just keep doing that until you find something else that does the same thing. You should do whatever those videos were. Was Charlie's last question to set up? Conspiracy theory of the day. That's a pretty cool thing to talk about. You should do more of that. Like whatever this is you did with this lady, you should do way more of that and make the videos longer. Make them like 12 minutes. That's what you should do. But you said you wanted to follow back. Sure. Why not? But I'm going to critique your stuff. I'm going to say it in your comment section. I'm going to critique your videos in your comment sections. Okay. That's what you signed up for just now. Okay. So done. I did it. Christ is king indeed. Horrormom.com. Do you think Ben will freak out on his show today? Haha. Yesterday's episode with Candace was like a popcorn show for sure. She nailed them all. Yeah, she went off. She was just she told Blake, she said to Blake, just take down this post. Blake for sure was watching this and he's probably just like, Andrew's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just going to take down the post. She said to take it down. Hey, Blake, put your phone down. Huh? What? She said take it down. I'll just take it down. No, it's fine. Blake, put your phone down. We instructed you to make that post. It's going to stay up. He's like, I don't know. She seems really mad. I think I should just, I think I should just take it down. I don't know. I feel like she's really upset. Her hair is up. People are calling it a battle bun. Can I just take it down, please? Nope. Gotta keep it up. Candace is such a baddie. She even hushed Meghan on her live yesterday. She did? What? Oh, on Candace's live. I thought you meant on Meghan's live. Yeah, of course. She's not playing around, man. She's not playing around. Coach, Barbados is awesome. Oh, Jamie, Barbados is awesome. Beautiful people, big hearts. The older ladies yelled at me for wearing flip-flops in Bridgetown a lot. Waves unreal. Ooh-wee. Yeah, they'll get mad at you. Bayesian ladies will yell quite a bit. You know? I think Candace's mom is from Barbados. I wonder from where, though. I really do. Be very interesting to find out. I don't think she's related to me. She's probably related to my brother. Me and my brother have different dads, and my brother's my brother's grandfather had 25 kids. So they have like this huge population of them on the island. It's huge. It's huge, gigantic. It's nuts. So everybody is like related to that family somehow. So you gotta fish somewhere else. Let's just say if you have the name that they have, you have to fish somewhere else, or else you will be dating your cousin. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. So I wonder. Battle Bun merch is coming. I know. I can't wait to see what they go with. Sarah says, I'm late to this episode. Have we discussed Erica's Aloe shopping spree? Yeah, we discussed it a little bit. I mean, it's not the thing to do, but it wasn't the craziest thing. Like, he presented it like this is going to end Erica's career. Like, he presented it in such a wild way. So, yeah, whatever. It's fine. I don't think it's the craziest thing I've ever seen, but, he presented it like as if it was like the most damning information that has ever been presented about her, and it was just about her buying a tracksuit. I get it. It's definitely like a weird thing to do, right? Especially if you did it yourself. If you're like, hey, let's just go shopping. Hey guys, let's just go shopping because I just want to be. It is a weird thing in the sense of you want to be presentable in this weird way where you're like, guys, he just passed away. I just think I should just be having an all black moment. I just feel like there should just be a moment where I'm just wearing all black. And she's just like putting sparkles on already. Just feel like I should just be like head to toe all black, like aloe. Like this is like an aloe moment. You know what I mean? Like no midriff. We're not crazy, but we're just gonna go all just head to toe aloe black. I think that'd be really cool. Like that is a weird thing to step into, but Anyway, we did talk about it a little bit, and I talked about it some more just now. What is this? Dadermink. Anyway, they all talk knowing Candace has their dirt. The money must be that good. They're getting paid enough to risk it. Candace makes them earn every dollar. Yeah, it's very weird. That's the whole thing about Discovery, like, yeah, you're talking about Kimberly. It's like, yeah, like, that this person has all the dirt on you. That you had this whole court case with them and you still will say what you're going to say. But again, they have this weird deep hatred for each other. Like, I don't even think that Kimberly girl's getting paid. I think she just genuinely dislikes Candace. Just genuinely does not like Candace. They've just had their back and forth since forever. Contentious podcast. Candace could clean her. What is this? What is that word? Is that prolactin? No, that's not prolactin. Prolactin throne with Ben's caterpillar eyebrows. Effective cleaning tool. Why don't I know that word? I'm not going to learn it either. Mama Llama, my brother, gave me a swirly when I was 8. Humbled the heck out of me. Was the spoiled youngest kid. Keep up the good work, coach. Crisis king. That's crazy. When you were 8. That's terrible. At least it was in a toilet that though. At least that, That's crazy, though. What a brother. Obviously, your older brother, I would assume, Be crazy to see a 7-year-old giving a swirly to an 8-year-old, It'd be pretty wild to see. But, I mean, it humbled you. Good for you. You understood. See, from then on, when she had interactions with people, she understood where that interaction she could go. She's like, you know what? I'm going to hold my tongue just a little bit. I'm going to say what I want, but I'm not going to say enough that I end up with my ankles in the air and my head in a toilet. It gives you a nice limit. You put a little limit on things because you know how things could get. Anyway, let's keep going here. And Christ is king indeed. Thank you very much. Vid of Erica Kirk saying, my aunt said never say anything you wouldn't want on the Washington Post front page. She said the front page. Also saw John, I don't know how to say his name, Kirikou, say the same thing told day one in the agency. Interesting. So you saw John say the same thing. He was told that day one at the agency. Huh. That's very interesting that you say that. Very interesting. That John guy's an interesting dude. He was supposed to do a stream with Sneeko, and he canceled it for legal reasons. So basically, John got the call, I guess, is what people are speculating. Very interesting. But yeah, a little link there. A little link to the agency there. Thank you so much, Miss Moon. Thank you very much. Abdullah. I know Abdullah. I grew up with someone named Abdullah, so I knew the name as soon as I saw it. You know how I know the name Abdullah? So there used to be a convenience store, right? You know, you're in Crown Heights, just outside Crown Heights. You'd walk a little bit. There's this convenience store, right? And we'd go there because we wanted to go there. We didn't want to be. So we'd go there. We'd always go there. And there's this dude, Abdul, and he was new to the country. I remember I'm with this Italian guy, right? Nutty Italian guy. I mean, heart of gold, but also will just do the most crazy things. I mean, just a real good fella, you know? And I'm with this guy. And we walk in, and Abdullah, he is learning English, but he's learning English from black people, okay? So, Abdullah, my Italian friend, walks up to him, and he says, "What's up, dog?" Gives him props. And Abdullah looks at him, and he goes, "What is up, bitch?" And this Italian guy went crazy. He went nuts because he's done like a lot of jail time. So you don't call people who do a lot of jail time. You don't call them names. You don't do that. You don't play around. And he calls him that out of nowhere. And you see the Italian guy. He pauses, and his face just goes real serious. And he grabs Abdullah. Abdullah has no idea what's going on because he's just saying what's up. He's saying what's up the way a dozen people have said what's up to him, right? So he thinks it's normal, and he grabs him and he pulls him over, and he's just wrecking the front, and he's throwing chips and he's tossing things. And I'm like, Mike, you got to calm down. Mike, hey, Mikey, come on. Hey, Michael, come on. I got to drag this guy out of the store. It was the craziest thing ever. And Abdullah was shocked. He was shocked. He didn't know what he did. He said, "What's up?" He thought it was a normal thing to say. Oh my gosh. It was nuts. Abdullah was a good guy though. He's a really good guy. And then I had to come back and I'm like, listen, like you don't call people that. I mean, there's certain people you can say that to. There's certain people you can't say that to. It was crazy. It was one of the craziest things ever. It was like a movie. What is up, B? And he just called. Oh my gosh. I mean, he almost lost his life. It was nuts. The guy was ready to take him outside. He wanted to go back to the store later. I had to talk him down for a while. Oh, it was crazy. Anyway, little side quest there. First, it was Ben Shapipi. First, it was Ben Shapipi. Now it's Micro Mark Levin. Wow. I never knew about Ben Shapipi. That's an interesting name. I like that name. Ben Shapipi. Micro Mark. Yeah, I saw it got shortened to Micro Mark. I mean, you know, I don't know if Fleet approves, but still. Coach made the whole Candace Owens podcast when I yelled out asking if he was in the chat. Out of 126,000 chatters, he responded he was. Yeah, I saw. I randomly saw it. And I knew it was your name, so I was like, oh. I'm like, of course I'm here, you know? It's crazy when people can see things that I write in that chat. I'm flabbergasted that you guys can like catch a thing that I say. It's nuts. And thank you for shouting me out there. Moira, ladies and gentlemen, friend of the show. Heavyweight Charlie Kirk was quite the conspiracy theorist. Which story do you think it would be it would be on top right now. For him, would it be Iran? Would it be JE? Or would it be his own demise? If right now he could talk about something, I mean, well, what are we talking about? I mean, like you're talking about he comes back. He comes down from heaven like he's Mikey McCoy, complete self-mastery. He'd talk about what happened to him. He'd be like, oh my, hey guys, they did it. They did. I didn't tell anybody. I've been talking to Candace. Candace, have you been telling them? You have, right? Okay, yeah, her hair's pulled back, so I know what that means. So guys, they did this to me. You know they did this. His wife would run up to him. He'd be like, get back. Guys, don't trust this lady. You're not the CEO anymore. Tyler, where are you? I'm going to beat the... Hey, come over here. Oh, yeah, it'd be wild. That's obviously the thing he would talk about. He'd go nuts. He'd go crazy. Blake, how could you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Andrew, I'm going to slap this shit. Listen, all you guys get out. He'd do a 4-hour podcast just about that, of course. Like, what are we talking about here? He'd break down everything that happened to him and what was happening behind the scenes and the pressure, and that'd be it. Like, what? He'd be like, Cash Patel, we were never friends. What do you mean, see you in Valhalla? What do you mean, see you in Valhalla, man? I'm Christian. What are you talking about? We don't go to Valhalla. Well, what kind of stuff are you guys talking about? He'd go off about that. Then after he calmed down, he'd be like, I really don't like the direction of this war. I don't like what's going on here. I think that would be what he would do. And he did have a lot of theories that he knew about that people didn't really like. He knew a lot of stuff that you would consider in the tinfoil realm. Started watching Schitt's Creek and realized Ben's eyebrows are the dad's eyebrows. Johnny, you're talking about Eugene Levy. Listen, don't compare Ben to Eugene Levy. Eugene Levy's a good man, okay? Not like Ben Shapiro. Not like Ben Shapiro at all, Moira. It's a great show. It's an interesting show. It's the only show I've ever watched that I was on. Like, I've worked on many different shows and movies, and I never watch any of them. I don't care. I don't look at the credits. The last movie I worked on won an Oscar. And I was like, I don't care. Who cares? But that show, I was like, I want to watch this. Because, like I said, they did so much improv. So then to see what actually made it into the episode was very interesting. It was very, very interesting. And the way that they ran the show was almost like they ran that show because of Eugene Levy and because of his improv skills. They ran that show the same way they ran the Chappelle Show, where it was like really thrown together. You didn't really know what the scene was going to be about, and they just kind of worked it out. It was really interesting. You don't see shows done like that anymore. Eugene Levy was on the first ever sketch show. So it was very reminiscent of that. It was very interesting. Chantel Sherry, I bet CK actually invited Ben to Amfest to get worked like Josh Hammer by Dave. Charlie Kirk gets to look impartial and let Dave or Candace do the takedown. That's exactly it. That's perfectly said. He was at a place where he wanted to look impartial, like he was just letting the ideas work themselves out in front of the crowd, because that's what young Americans want. They don't want the packaged in a suit type thing like Ben Shapiro and all these guys. They don't want that. They want it to get worked out live. They want to hear people's arguments. They want to see a guy get owned. They want to see a guy owning people. They like that stuff. So yeah, Ben definitely would have had to debate somebody, and he would have lost because Ben's not truly a great debater. You know, Candace is like a natural debater. Charlie is a incredible debater. Ben, not so much, not really so much. I'm dying over here, Coach. CJ Ryder, what's going on? You know, what can I do? It's what this is about. This is a comedy show. That's how I got to do it. I'm trying to work over here in your Ben voice. That's what we do. What can I say? We got to do the jokes. Remember Ben's short-lived alphabet thing trying to attack Candace about a month ago? R is for relevance. Ben is trying so hard to be relevant. I like how you used it in a sentence after you said it. Very, very smart, Cohen Film. Thank you very much. I do remember that. He is fighting for relevance. That's kind of what Lionel was saying. Lionel was like, look, They're just looking to get mentioned. They're looking to get touched by Candace. And he's right about that. He's right about that. KK from Bmore spelled harassment and threatening wrong. Even both words were spelled for her in the article she posted. Proves she didn't read the article, just auto-posted more Fed slop. That's exactly, obviously, right? To have it like that, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did it for her. I love how this is the next thing. Hey, coach, not all Kimberlys are bad. Your show, love your show and your family. You are the highlight of my day. Thank you so much, Kimberly Jones. Thank you very much. And yes, not all Kims are bad. Not all of them. They're good people. These Kims that are among us. A lot of good people. Anyway, let's keep going here. Kaslala, Sam Parker's ex updates on EK shopping spree. Fire. Yeah, you know, Sam Parker was talking about that quite a bit. You know, and it's interesting coming from a guy like him, because he's like hard-nosed journalism. Like, he's very, you know, he's not trying to be funny out here. He's not doing any of that. He's like, let's find the facts. Let's figure this out. And to see him talking about the shopping spree kind of took me back. He even says here, he goes, I don't know if Erica really dropped $1,000 on this tracksuit the morning after Charlie passed, but even if she did, everyone grieves differently. I believe it's called retail therapy and stress shopping. Am I right, ladies? Then he actually comes with some hard information here. Oh, that's interesting. Erica Kirk was wearing a black... Okay, so when she deplaned from Air Force 2, 5 p.m. MST the day after Charlie passed, looks like the internet has verified she purchased it that day. I don't know that means anything beyond needing a change of clothes, but there's your fact checks. Yeah, there you go. That's usually the type of stuff he comes with. He's like, let me just go get some facts for you really quick. But yeah. That's all. Allogate has been confirmed. Ed Franks, member for 1 month. There's no way that Philly isn't the biggest issue for voters in the upcoming election. And that's exactly what I mean. If Tucker ran, or if Marjorie Taylor Greene ran, like whoever runs, if they just go, hey, I'm not going to give into that place, everyone's going to go mental for it. I mean, come on. And then the conversation's really going to start. The conversation that Charlie was trying to have with everybody. He's fully R-worded. He just outed himself. Full on Gary moment. Gotta love it. Fleet, friend of the show. Yeah, she's talking about Officer Tatum. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Seems like it to me. He's like, oh, let me tell you how it works. I got companies that own companies, you understand? So when somebody pays my company, I can still look them in the eye and say, I never took money from nobody. It's like, okay, that's great. How long we doing this? I'm telling you, Officer Tatum's the new Mark Levin. He is. You'll see in a few years. Tuning in from South Africa and loving the show. Thank you so much, South Africa. Thank you so much. I don't know the South African accent, or else I would do it right now. I only know Nigerian, you know. Oh, you're coming from South Africa? You know, I only know, I don't know how South Africans talk, though. TV Avail? I don't know. You make this crazy timeline fun. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Normal Mom, can we get I just want to do battle bun stuff with my friends merch? That's what I mean. You know, that's a solid saying. You know, why not? Everybody can identify with that. Oh, more just popped up. Oh, sorry about that. Come on, all the way back. First come, first serve. Let's get all the way back up there. All the way back up there. Oh, geez. Okay, so that's where we were. Yeah, I want to see some merch like that. That'd be great. Elizabeth. See, guys, you could learn from this person. A nice normal name, you know? Just Elizabeth, right? You know? That picture of Candace, Charlie, and Ben. Charlie told Candace that he was standing on a couch. Oh, he was going to really lean in and puff his chest out and stand real tall to make Ben look even smaller. How funny would that be if Charlie just went right in the middle? Right, he went right in the middle and just put his hand like this. It was just right over Ben's head. You know, just put his hand like right here over Ben's head. You know, just put his hand right over here over Ben's head. Man, it sucks that he's gone, man. He was really changing. Really changing, man. He would have surprised everybody. Lisa, Coach, you were the best. I laughed so much watching. Your commentary is the best. May God bless you and your precious family. Thank you so much. And they are very precious. Very loud, very precious. But I'm loud too. That's where they get it from. Trippy X HP. So the guy in the DCT resigned right as the Fed is saying Iran is planning something. Odd resignation at this time, to be honest. Yeah, no, it's not odd. Obviously not. It's it's completely on brand. They've decided to put boots on the ground. It is moving closer and closer to that. We're seeing all these videos of soldiers getting fed lobster and steak. And if you don't know, they do not get fed lobster and steak for no reason. It's usually a wartime meal, which means that they're going to have boots on the ground somewhere. And now that we see that this is the biggest conflict, we can kind of surmise that where they're going to be is Iran, and that's terrible. So when you see all that and you don't see the administration that you're working for pulling back on that at all, and they're going against everything they said, you didn't even watch what I said of Joe. You didn't watch me get all choked up reading Joe's thing. You didn't watch any of that. He already talked about how he loved the first administration. He loved the first term. He understood what the president was trying to do. He liked how he was decisive with the military power, and he didn't get drawn into forever wars. And now he's seeing the complete opposite. That's how you resign. You don't wait until after. You don't go right at the beginning before you even know what's going on. You do it as you see the things that are unacceptable to you happening. Okay? We're changing your name to Joe. It's no longer Trippy. You're Joe now. And that's okay. It's fine. Baron has classes for you. Erica had to go buy workout attire to practice the glitter and sparklers. That could be, rehearsing. Because when you rehearse, you want to be in something relaxed. When you're rehearsing stuff, you just want to be like nice and cool. You don't want to be all stuffy. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right about that. Hot mess to hot mom. Oh, I like that. That should be a podcast. That should be a show or something. Did you see there's a channel called Mind Unveiled that has a series called Bride of Farmer? The thumbnail is a scary pic of Candace. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Let's check it out. What's it called? Mind Unveiled. I think I know what channel you're talking about. I think I saw somebody doing a cheesy video, and I was like, yeah, exactly. I've seen this. Yeah, let me see. Is it the same voice? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the same voice. As soon as I heard he has that voice. Yeah, I saw that video and I was like, bro, nobody's watching your hour-long video. Creators really when you're let me look. I might be speaking out of turn here. Let me see. Yeah. Like you gotta sum it up. Sum it up, man. Like I know a bunch of people are gonna watch it, but you gotta sum it up, buddy. You gotta condense that bad boy. Says the guy who's making a 3-hour podcast right now. But I'm live right now. It's a whole variety show. You know what I mean? But I wasn't watching that. This is an hour-long podcast to watch this guy talk. Do a series. If you have an hour, if that thing could be an hour, okay, and you want people to be engaged, do a series like she did a series and smash those bad boys into 20 minutes and reveal that over a week. If you're going to copy Candace, you know what I mean? Step up. I don't know. I'm just saying. Because I'm not watching that. Hour? No. I do that for Baron. I do that for Ian. I do that for Candace. Do that for Lionel now because I've been watching more of his videos. I'm not doing this for this random person. Hi, Coach. Reference. Mark Levin. A little Levin? Leaven's the whole lump. Galatians. Little leaven? Leaven's the lump. Okay. Galatians 5:9. All right. I believe you. You seem like a person that would say Christ is king at the end. You didn't put that in there, though. Christy, okay. Coach, the shopping spree is relevant because it's a discrepancy in Erica's story. Oh. Erica said her phone died that time and that she was in a black hole and didn't use it for weeks. Huh. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. That's true. Huh. Yeah, you're right. That is a discrepancy there with this story. I didn't even think of that. Huh. Okay. So, but I mean, just to push back, you don't need your phone to go shopping, you know? Maybe she's like, I was just in this black hole in all of these stores, and oh, my phone was dead, and I was in these stores, and my driver was waiting outside, and oh my gosh, I didn't know what was going on. Yes, card, yes. Okay, thank you. And it's just so much to deal with. Oh, you know, could have been that whole thing. My phone's dead. Oh gosh. Can we go to the next place, driver? Thank you. Oh, it's just so much. Hi, Stacy. Did you get the smoothie? You did? Thank you so much. Oh, gosh. I'm kidding. Kind of. But, yeah, you're right. That is a discrepancy. Yet again, another discrepancy. True. Secret Covenant. Empire of Illusions by Rockefeller. Know of it? Can you explain? I do not know of it. At all. Let me see. What did you say? What did you say it was called? Hold on. Let me see this. Empire of Illusion. Yeah. I don't see it. Oh, I do see it. Wait. No, there's like multiple videos called this. Oh, but it's all the same guy speaking. Interesting. I'll look into it. I don't know anything about it, like, as of right now, though. But I can look into it. Tammy. What is this? Tammy. What? Odie Ding? Oed Ding? Come on. That doesn't go. Those letters don't go together. Come on. You're doing this on purpose. Merch idea. Battle bun on a hat with Velcro, removable bun. They can make that custom just for people like me. Yeah, I guess. I don't know how like people are going to need that, but yeah, you're right. That'd be a cool idea, you know? Geo, please show us Christian. Come on, say it. Come on, it's right there. Say it. Christian, right? Am I crazy? Christian, and now I gotta do the last name. Fikiti, reaction video to your response to the day Candace mentioned you. It's really funny. I hope you saw it. I did not see it, actually. That explains why like 100, 200 people followed me on Instagram. I hope you saw it. I really want you to see your reaction. What does she say? Does she say something terrible? I always feel like people are gonna say something terrible about me. Did she say something terrible? You know what? I actually reached out to that lady. I messaged her. She didn't message me back. I was like, yo, we should get you on the show. Like, you should come be on the show sometime. And we should just talk, you know, we can break some Erica stuff down. We could talk about some stuff. I'll look at it. Maybe I'll bring it up tomorrow. Maybe I'll show it tomorrow. You know, we always need some stuff to laugh about. I'll bring it up tomorrow when I give her genuine flowers. Angela Lacey, love your humorous takes on all the heavy stuff. You make my mornings go by so much faster. Much appreciated. B Poppy. B Poppy, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Glad I can help. Check out The Jam, Auntie by Tom McDonald. Spot on. I have not checked out that song or many songs by him, honestly. Yeah, I wonder about that guy sometimes. Seems like an interesting person. Ferguson, J-Mate, Erica's shopping spree. She's a material girl in a material world, and I'm a material girl. And then my husband is dead, and now I want some clothes, and you know I'm a material girl. However that song goes. Olive Candy, do you think that you could possibly get Fleet on your show for a bit? I would like to see the face behind the brilliance. I would say to Fleet, don't show your face. If you make animations, stay faceless for as long as you can. If we start, like, I want to work together and actually make a channel where we really pump out some stuff, where I'm really pumping out like episode and seasons of weird cartoon stuff. If you do that and nobody has to see your face and you make a living, are you crazy? Never show your face. What are we talking about here? You know how quickly I would have been famous? My face is just... Too many people told me I look too good to stay faceless. What can I say? But if I could have, I would have, if I could just stay faceless. Doing animations is the one thing where you can stay faceless for as long as you want. I mean, what are you talking about? You could be the Banksy of the... You saw what happened to Banksy, right? You could be the Banksy of animations. What are we talking about here? Are you nuts? I don't know. If I did have her on, I'd tell her to stay faceless. Yeah, people don't need to see her face. They don't need it, man. They just want it, but they don't need it. You imagine? You imagine you have 4 million subscribers one day and you're making all this money. You're a millionaire and no one knows what you look like. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. None ya be business. None ya business. Oh, that's what none ya. Oh, none ya be. Oh, none ya be. Oh, that's how. Now I understand what the name says. Now I understand. Lance, Louisiana Lance, sends out a membership. Thank you so much. God Tim. Okay. Hi, Coach. I enjoy your show and I watch faithfully. I tagged you on X in a post because I found a mural that reminds me of your actually voice that I wanted you to see. Did you really? I have not seen it. Or maybe I did see it. When did you do it? You should try and tell me when you did it, because then I can actually be like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about here. Someone showed me Battle Bun merch. Someone showed me the merch idea that I just had. I'm an idea machine. You guys know that? I'm an idea machine. I don't see anything, but I'll have to look closer. There's a lot of engagement right now. It's pretty crazy. There's a lot of people just tagging me in things, liking things, so it makes it way harder to find stuff. Tag me again. Tag me again so you're at the very top, right? I have it open right now. Look like another 5 things popped up. Tag me right now, and then I'll be able to see it. And then maybe I'll pull it up on the show here. But thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Always appreciate that. Ooh, whoa, more popped up. Whoa, what's going on here? Whoa, what? What's happening? What's all this? Okay, we're back. Charlie Wise says absolutely nothing. But I know Charlie Wise says something again. Mikey says, you think Nick F would have had a different opinion on Charlie Kirk if he saw the text messages between him and Candace talking about the tally-ho. Yeah, the Talmu. The Talmu and a swirly would have destroyed Ben's brow Beijing. Would have just washed off the eyebrows and everything. The eyebrow toupees. Yes, I think Nick would have thought differently. For sure. For sure. Nick would have saw that and been like, oh, like this guy needs some support. This guy's thinking about things and he actually needs some support. And then he would probably be like, hey, why are you banning me from all of your events if you're talking about this stuff privately? Like, let's have the conversation. You know, or at least let me have the conversation with somebody. Could you imagine if Charlie organized Nick versus Ben? Oh my gosh. Ben would have lost that one. But yeah, I think Nick would have thought a little differently. He would have been like, what the hell, man? Like, you're talking about the same stuff I talk about. You're just doing it privately. Like, come on, man. But, you know, they had many differences, though. It wasn't just that topic. They had many, many differences. especially on like people of color and stuff like that. Like Charlie did have like a no. He had like a no, not like I would say a no tolerance policy on just like explicit like hate of people. And I think he felt like some of what Nick had going on was just explicit hate. So I think they would still have differences. But yeah, he would have looked at him a little differently. He might have even called him a hypocrite. He might have been like, hey, man, you're talking about this stuff privately. I talk about this stuff on camera. What's the difference between the two of us? So who knows how he would have felt. Charlie Wise comes through and says, did you see a video from Viral Video stating that DNA came back and the kids aren't Charlie's? It's not true. Come on. DNA came back. Who took him there? Erica? Who took him there? Stacey Sheridan? Who did it? Come on. Think about it. I don't know. But yeah, I don't believe things like that. I have to see it come from other place. It can't be in some obscure place and you see it one place and you're like, oh, this has to be real. Like, you have to see that pop up in other places, because that's what happens with like good stories, real stories. They always end up popping up in a bunch of different places. Like, you notice I covered a bunch of things, and then you watch Candace, and then she covers a bunch of the same things, and then somebody else. It's because they get like vetted. They get vetted just through seeing solid sources bring them up. And they all vet them in different ways. All vet them through people. Someone like Sam Parker will vet it through hard information. Ian Carroll will vet something through hard information that they like research and find. Candace will vet something through her team, right? Barron will vet something through him and Daisy coming together. I can vet something through Lance. Like, you know, you have to see it in more than one place. Like that story, as far as I know, that's not true, because that would have popped up everywhere. Like, you also have to think of that. Think about how big that story is. And then think how many places would be taught. Like, do you think Project Constitution wouldn't love that to be real? And Jesse, and Ian, and Barron, and Candace. And like, you think all of these people who cover this stuff wouldn't be like, this is crazy, we have to talk about this? It's just like the one person who's like, people don't know about. So, you know, I'm sure you like that person, whoever you saw that from. But I would, if I were you, I would go verify it. I'd go see if you can verify at all that it's anywhere else, and, you know, verify if it actually happened. I don't know. The trick to us not cracking, cream up. Yes, JJ Rasta. That's exactly it. Black don't crack because it is constantly lotioning itself. That is 100% true. Peggy, welcome to the crew. Angela Lacey, welcome to the crew. Elizabeth, welcome to the crew. CJ Ryder, welcome to the crew. TK Baronite, welcome to the crew. I know, pale white poppy. Keep nailing it, Coach. Fleet, a Scooby-Doo ending, please. What does that mean? You want to do a Scooby-Doo ending? It's your favorite alley. Okay, or is it ally? Your favorite alley. Coach, you are actually starting to look leaner. Have you had to get smaller clothes yet? No. Oh, man. That'll be my first excuse to just be shirtless. Well, oh, guys, sorry, no shirt today. Just making my chest bounce and stuff. Oh, no shirt today. They're just all too big, guys. I'm just waiting for some to come in. Oh, man, so sorry. Yeah, I'm usually oiled up. I don't know. I'm just waiting for a medium to come in. Yeah, no, not yet. Not yet. Just working out. Helping myself with all the things that I need to help myself with. Lisa Ruiz, as a female Marine veteran who wore a battle bun daily for 7 years, the idea of battle bun merch gives me life. Good. I hope you get some. I really do. Dee Dee in T-Town, or Dee Dee Don't Town. I want Fleets to create a short with Candace Owens as Joan of Arc. like how the request is coming here. Candace Owens as Joan of Arc fighting off all the beasts. Ben Shapiro, Mark Levin, Erica Kirk, etc. First super anywhere ever. Longtime fan. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. If Fleet saw it and Fleet likes the idea, I'm sure it'll come to fruition. But Fleet's an artist, you know, so you gotta, you know, she's just not gonna just do anything, right? She's gonna do what actually speaks to her, which is why your boy gets featured so much, right? Looking for answers. Oh, geez, a bunch just popped up. No, first come, first serve. Come on, go back up here. Looking for answers. All I could think about with the macro bits TT was, gosh, how great would it be to have a daddy billionaire, a daddy that's a billionaire? Then I could talk with a rich accent. Yeah, isn't that weird? Talk a certain way when your dad's a certain amount of billionaire. Why, if your dad's a billionaire, why are you even making a video like that? If my dad was a billionaire, are you kidding me? Make a video about what? Make a video about what? I'd be on an island, not that island, and there'd be no reception. I'm so sorry. I just can't get through to anybody. I don't know. I don't know. I'd be a different person, I think. I gotta sit properly. My back went crazy yesterday, and it still hurts today. So I gotta sit properly. I gotta sit. You know? Don't you remember the days when you were younger and you didn't even know what lumbar support was? You're like, what's a lumbar? Where do I buy one? What is that, workout equipment? You didn't even know what lumbar support was back in the day. Now also you know what lumbar support is. You're looking at chairs differently. Is it ergonomic? I need an ergonomic chair. What's going on? I was just sitting and my back hurt. And then it hurt the rest of the day. I'm stretching and stuff. It's ridiculous. I've been working out like every day for the past 10 days though. That's why. Had to take a day off yesterday though. Baby was pissed. Baby was like, we go to the gym? Baby loves going to the gym. Baby's like, gym, we go? Starts trying to put on the shoes and stuff. I'm like, oh, I can't do it today. Fire Luna. Holy Fire Luna. Had to renew my Minty membership. Happy St. Patty's Day. Remember Jesus loves you. And Ben Shapiro hates JC. Officer Talmud is a paid shill and a little tard. The eternal living God shall prevail. Wow. That message was all over the place. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. We'll jump in here to AC Movement. If I was Tyler, I would fire my attorney, represent myself, then call Candace as an expert witness every day. Yep. Candace and Barron. That'd be it. That's all you'd have to do. You'd call Candace. You'd call Barron. You'd be like, can you guys testify, please? That's it. You could build up a whole case just based on the episodes, you know, or at least like a little bit of wiggle room, you know. I don't know. Yeah, that is what should happen, but for some reason it's not. It's as if that guy Tyler has no thought process of his own, because, you know, people represent him like he's a kid, but he's not a kid. He's a grown man. So how come this grown man isn't stepping up and being like, you know, you got to advocate for yourself? It seems like there's none of that, right? It seems like, well, his parents just walked him in. His parents had a conversation with someone in law enforcement and they just walked in, but there's no footage of him walking in. And then he's just there and he's just like, well, I'm here now and this is it. And just, it's very weird. There's no advocating for himself whatsoever. You think he would be asking like, hey, can we watch some podcasts? I've been hearing that there's some podcasts out there. They don't really have me at the scene. I mean, can we talk about this? Something. Candace needs to give you commission for the BB merch. No. We'll just do a fair trade. I have her in the thumbnails. She takes all the BB, all the battle bun merch. That's it. A fair trade. You're in the thumbnails. You're in the titles. Right? Just, that's it. That's a fair trade, I think. I don't know. It's working for me. DEFCON nuclear. Joe Kent exactly. I should have talked about this. Joe Kent tried to investigate foreign involvement in Charlie Kirk's murder until cross-eyed Cash put a stop to it. That's exactly right. That's a good thing to add to the whole Joe Kent clip, Lance, if we could. That is so true. Joe Kent was the one who wanted to see the files, all the evidence, because he wanted to see if there was any foreign actors happening. That's why when Joe Kent says, hey, this country wasn't an imminent threat, it's what he does. He's not just saying that based on, he's not a talking head, political talking head. He's a guy that actually looks into the threats that are currently facing America. That is what he does. He said there's no threat. Tulsi said there's no threat. Tulsi has access to every single agency that America has. I think it's like 19 or 20 different agencies that she has access to, full access to, except for the Bureau, except for that one case for some reason. So he's not just pulling that out of his butt here, you know? He's saying it for a reason. And he did try to go and look into those files. And they would not let him look into those files. They would not let him look into and see what was going on at all. They wouldn't allow it. So what does that mean? It's like he hits that, you know, addressing that other person who's like, oh, this is a weird resignation. It's like, no, it's not. He tries to investigate one of the craziest happenings to a political person, a murder of a political person that's happened in a very long time, decades. He wants to look into that, and they're like, no, you can't look into that. Then he sees something happening with the war. He's just like, this is just crazy. What am I doing here? What's going on here? Of course he's going to leave, you know? Oh, man. It's been good being with you guys today. We did 3 hours. I always think it's never going to get to 3 hours, and it always does. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. If my wife died, I'd feel the same way. Yeah, man. Imagine your wife gets taken on some BS like that. And then you see more of it happening, and you know that there's going to be another situation where somebody else loses their wife or husband. You know it's going to happen for sure. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, guys, let's just jump in here. I got to say bye to everybody because I have to prepare for the membership live stream we'll be doing after Candace. Okay, guys, after Candace. Whenever Candace is done, you will see that I will be live, and you guys can jump in, and we'll talk a little bit about Candace, and then we'll talk a little bit about some weird stuff. You know, this guy, Nathaniel Gillis, that I always tell you guys about, I'm going to look into some things that he was talking about recently, because there's something really interesting that he talked about. So, yeah, we're going to get into a little bit of demonology, I think, or at least him talking about what he thinks these anomalies are. And yeah, we'll get into some other weird stuff, conspiracy iceberg stuff, of course. And that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Truly appreciate you guys. Please hit the like on the way out. It helps us tremendously. You have no idea. Someone said you didn't go live last night. Yeah, no, of course not. No. I wanted to save it all for this morning. I'm not doing random go on, live when Candace goes off. I'll just bring it up in the morning, you know? I've learned that from Baron. You must have patience. You must have patience and stick to your schedule. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for coming out. Truly, truly appreciate it. I know Black Poppy. I know Black Nunca Nunca.